All right. All right, well, I went live, so but it
Oh,
takes
there
a
we
few
go.
takes a few seconds for people to matriculate into the audience.
Here, let's go.
Anthony, I feel
I
like
am
oh,
now
you're
live.
live.
How's it going? And welcome back. Oh, Comrade Casey's here. Let's go.
Let's
Bam.
go. Perfect
Right on
timing.
time. Right on time, everybody. That's how we do it here, folks. Hey, we got Comrade Casey.
Let's go.
Everybody's here, folks. The whole gang is here. Welcome back to Better Left Unsaid with Uninformed Leftist, aka James. I think I should have said it the other way around.
Yeah, well, I
Comrade
guess
Casey
online, uninformed leftist.
online. Comrade Casey, aka North Star Radio. Can't hear you just yet.
Oh, hello.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Hey, there we go.
How's it going, everyone?
Going good. Going
What's
good.
up, chat? It's
How's
great
it
to be
going,
back.
How is
everybody?
it going? It's been a while. It's been a
Yeah,
while
you
since
both,
everyone was
you
on
both,
here.
you've both been offline for a while as well. What you guys been up to?
Yeah. Well, I
Just
moved,
Oh shit! The
yeah,
new
that's a
apartment, new
good
place.
excuse.
so I've been kind of busy, but
Damn, that's
There just
great.
hasn't been any politics to talk about. There's been nothing going on.
Hasn't there really? Nothing.
Nah.
I don't know about that.
It's wilding out. Yeah, it's going crazy.
No,
How's
it's
everybody doing
actually
in
going crazy.
chat? What up, chat? Ravy baby, Ramey Winter McGee, Jack Rui, Briarleaf Haley, Miles Murphy, and 711 Pure Spring Water. How's everybody doing? Guys, it's nice seeing you boys. It's good seeing you boys. It's nice having you back on. There's
Yeah,
a lot to talk about. I picked out a few things that I thought would be fun. I really want to talk about the most honestly, the USS Abraham Lincoln. Like to me, that is just like kind of insanely
that's the funniest.
funny.
Yeah.
Kind of, it is kind of it's fucked up. It should be fucked up, for patriotic Americans, it's fucked up. But for me and for someone whose country is kind of under attack by foreign military, by military that is mainly funded by the U.S. I kind of see this and I find it funny. Like you want to volunteer, you want to get that free healthcare, you want to get that free college education. Well, sometimes you're gonna have to be on a ship continuously for like 300 days and eat spam with a little bit of bread on the side. And I'm not gonna feel all that bad for you.
Well, it's so funny to me because I watch the UFC every now and then. I've been watching it less and less just because I think the product is getting unwatchable just in terms of how many ads they're sticking down your throat. But they advertise the military so heavily in it. Like you go on, it's a gambling ad. Then it's like a military
Hmm.
ad that looks like a video game. Then it's like a video game ad that's subtly an ad to join the military. Then it's like a Paramount Plus TV show that's an ad to
Hmm.
join the military. It's all like, oh, join the military, you'll be this badass person. Like they don't even say that you're like defending democracy anymore. They're just like, it's a video game. You get to kill brown people, and it'll be so fun.
I know, dude, but it's working because well, I mean, it's not the advertising that's working, it's the economy. But like
Right.
I talked about that on stream a few days ago. So military recruits are up to like not record numbers, but like the highest they've been in like years, and people are signing up, and it's like it's looking great, and it's just like that's just a recession indicator, dude. No one's got money.
Yep.
Everybody wants that, and most people that are signing up are doing it for job security and stability.
For
No
sure.
one no one gives a shit about like defending their country or like or killing brown people overseas. But even if they do, volunteer in their mind innocently just for the benefits, it's like, well, I mean, it's gonna cost your morals. It's gonna end up, it's gonna make you do something that you maybe weren't prepared to do. And
Oh
and
yeah.
in this case, they're kind of living the shit life. Let me try to share my screen with you guys and show we can look at some of these pictures over here.
But it is just funny, like the fantasy versus the reality. Like I almost want to put together a video where it just splices the ads of being in the military and then like soldiers recording toilets that haven't been scrubbed in like three
Clogged.
weeks.
Yeah, that's fucked up. So here's a little report. This is on Channel 4.
They're literally sailing circles in the ocean, waiting for something to happen.
Those warships, they're machines. The people on them operate them are not. It's one of the mightiest warships in the world. But conditions on board the USS Abraham Lincoln are said to be so bad that some sailors have tried to end it all by jumping overboard.
So crazy.
Yeah, that's happened like 6 times apparently. Like 6 sailors have tried to hop off the ship. And I read like today, like there's like a sewage problem where like now there's like overrun sewage water that's getting out into the halls and into some of the rooms. Have you there's this documentary on Netflix that's about like a shit cruise, a cruise where toilets got clogged. Have you guys ever seen that? That was like a
Oh,
big
yeah.
guilty. That's fucking amazing. That this is giving me that vibe.
The poop
like
cruise.
Poop cruise, the poop cruise. This
Yeah.
is just like the fucking poop cruise, man. Like at this point, it's like, yeah, I might want to kill myself too. I might want to end it all. You know, you're on there for 250 days eating spam, and like there's like shit water coming into your cabin.
And you're not doing anything either. The most extreme form of cabin fever.
There's nothing to do literally, and you're on the like you're in the ocean. There's like 360 of like just ocean. There's nothing to even look at. And I don't know, like if you get seasick, like that's a nightmare. I get seasick personally, guys. It's been happening the older I get. When I was young, I think I was fine. Now I get motion sickness. Weirdly enough,
Yeah.
it's affecting me in my older years. So
Do you go
it's
out
kinda
on
fucked
the
up.
open sea very often?
Not that often,
You
but
sail to the US.
I've been on a boat recently. You know,
Okay.
I've been on boats. I've been on boats.
Nice.
And once I actually
That's-
went, I was doing like a shoot for work like 2 years ago. They wanted me to go on like a small, tiny little fishing boat, like those little like it looks like a rescue boat essentially. That's where when I found out I got seasick, and it was really fucking bad. I had to take a couple of,
Yeah.
I had to take some medication for that shit. It was intense. Because they're very tiny, so the smallest wave will like move the whole boat. It was really messed up.
Mhm.
Let's watch some sailors suffering. Chris, how's it going?
5,000 men and women set sail back in November, arriving in the Middle East ahead of the Iran war. President Trump had said it would be over in weeks, but months later they're still at sea. They've now spent a record 250 days on the aircraft carrier. In messages home to their families, sailors have told of being served rotten meat,
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Like just look what
Jesus Christ.
that looks like tongue. That looks like cow tongue or something, but like a very thin slice of tongue. But that's not something that I would eat, by the way.
Maybe they're jumping overboard to try to defect to Iran to eat Iranian food.
Right? Some nice rice, some grilled chicken. Like, what is this? What do you like? I would be like, okay, that's a small portion. This maybe looks like beans, like some kind of weird bean mixture
Or
type
is it a
thing.
burger?
Yeah, it looks
patty?
like beans maybe.
Um,
Could be a burger patty.
Burger
Like
patty?
a boiled burger.
is that
You
like
think?
fish skin next to it?
That's what I can't tell. I can't tell what the fuck that thing is. Like, what is this?
I
That's
at
what I'm
first
saying. It
thought
looks
was
like
an
tongue.
utensil.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
It looks like tongue, like cow tongue or something. I've seen, I think I used to do a show back in the day on YouTube where I just ate like nasty stuff, kind of like how they do on Good Mythical Morning. Just kind of trying to rip that off. And I think I tried tongue before, and it looks just like that, but it's much thicker. It's much thicker than this shit. This isn't that thick. But yeah, this looks like beans next to it or ground beef, but like. Yeah, I don't know. And those carrots, like a couple of boiled carrots, like, are you shitting me? But like, look, they're not moving, so they're not using up any energy, so they don't need that many calories. They're just fucking sitting there all day.
Well, I love how like
True.
they have 5 compartments on the tray and they're only using 2 of them. Like just the visual indicator that they're running low on food. Like a
Right?
third of the tray is
Yeah,
being
yeah, right.
used.
Oh, normally there's rice right here. They get a
Right.
little bit like some
Like a
sauce,
little
maybe
cake
like
as a dessert.
yeah, like a dessert. There's no more dessert. And then like as they start running out of food, you start getting less and less. So at first there was just one empty square, like just the top left one was missing.
Right.
Then two
Yeah,
two
they
two are
slowly
missing.
decrease.
Like essentially at some point, yeah, 2 weeks from now they're just gonna be getting the carrots. Like that's it, boys. We're down to one square per tray. You get your carrots, and that's it. And then this one down here, it's like some taco meat. So to make your own taco, deconstruct the tacos. So you get some beef and then a couple of tacos. It's like empty tortillas. Yeah, that's crazy,
crazy.
man.
Like,
Any portion.
hold on. Have you guys seen the movie Snowpiercer?
Yes, that's
No.
on the they're on the shit levels.
It just it reminds me of like they're reusing like the bugs, they're grinding them up and sending it to the back of the train.
The gelatinous
Right.
square that they all eat every day, the bar. Yeah, dude, that's fucking
That's what these
nasty.
soldiers are
Oh,
consuming.
is that the movie with the train?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've seen
With
that.
Chris Evans, Captain
Chris
America.
Evans.
Yeah.
Yo, the scene when they're when all the lights go off and they're fighting the dudes with the chainsaws, not
Right.
with the sorry, the axes, the mini axes, and then like they turn on like night vision or something. That is one of the coolest action scenes I think like
It's a
I've ever
pretty good
seen in a
movie,
movie.
actually.
It's a dope fucking movie. It's really good. If anybody recognizes what that mystery means, oh, you think that's gyro meat or gyro as Americans like to call it, gyro meat? Is that no man? That can't be
I don't
gyro
know about
meat.
that.
It is processed meat. Like I used to work at a Lebanese restaurant, and everything there was fresh except the gyro meat. They used to get that shit in like a box, so it was kind of like these thin sliced. That's not a horrible guess, but like that does not look like any gyro meat I've ever seen in my life. That's like spotted. It's like gray in color. Like it's not supposed to be gray.
I guess
And you don't get one slice of that. You get a whole bunch of slices in the sandwich.
the question for me is, have the number of rats on these ships been decreasing? Because that might give us an answer to what that meat is.
Of course, it has to. Dude, the sailors are making the rats at this point. It's not even like they're like like someone catch a fucking rat. They're like grilling it out on the deck. It's something to do, man. Hunting. I think they're gonna show some more
meal
dishes.
14 days in a row.
Oh, look, they got a kebab. Look, they got a kebab stick.
In a row. They've also
The same meal 14 days in a row. Yeah, dude.
reported mouldy showers, broken
Oh God.
Yeah, it's been a week since a dozen military families shared what their loved ones are enduring aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln. Moldy showers, broken toilets, laundry down for weeks, long stretches with no hot water, a meal that came down to half a cup of rice and 2 tortillas, no soap, deodorant, or toothpaste. I think it showed a little bit more a second
It's
ago.
like
Let
they're
me see.
literally sieging themselves. It's like a medieval
Right, like-
siege, but on our own soldiers.
And they volunteered.
broken toilets.
I think that's what sucks the most. Like they're like, but like we signed up for this shit. I mean, look, I don't care personally. Again, these people are out here attacking us, bombing us. Lebanon's a whole fucking mess right now. I actually race showed Netanyahu on Twitter yesterday.
Oh,
But
really?
he's like these Lebanese people are just injured. Like Hezbollah injured 3 of our soldiers in the security zone that we've established between like the security zone he's talking about is literally Lebanon. He's talking about South Lebanon. He's like these Lebanese people have dared to injure our own soldiers in their own land as they're there invading their land. So now they're like bombing the shit out of the South again, and it's like
Yeah.
it's all sorts of fucked. And yeah, it's crazy. But like, yeah, I don't feel. I'm sorry. My sympathies and my empathy is reserved for the victims of U.S. imperialism, of colonialism, of. So I'm not really gonna feel bad for someone who volunteered and who knew full well that their job might entail, killing brown people.
For
So
sure.
I'm not
No,
like.
I love this.
Yeah, I think this
because
is great. Like,
I want it to get worse because like the best chance you have of like winning some sort of revolution or civil war or something is like turning the military against
mhm.
the empire. So if this keeps happening, it's just good. It's good news.
It's necessary. It definitely is necessary. And with more signups, I'm guessing more like, more shit's gonna go wrong. Like if these ships can barely handle
yeah.
the amount of sailors they have now, they're not equipped. And I saw a thing. I don't know if I saved the link. There's only one port that repairs these giant carriers. So like there's just one
Jesus.
place where they can repair these, and like there's like a backlog of carriers that need significant repairs and updates, etc. So like it's all fucked up.
laundry down for weeks. Long stretches with no hot water and no soap, deodorant, or toothpaste.
So it's continuously Groundhog Day every day. You rise and grind, and you do it all over again.
During his time in the Navy, Dustin Eadson also served on board one of the nuclear-powered vessels. He told me what those on the Lincoln will be experiencing.
It's humid, You're in the middle of the ocean, so there's no shade. It smells like fuel and oil all the time. It's noisy. These, men and women have gone 250 days without touching grass.
The military would argue that these men and women are trained
They're
for this.
maxing out their Redditor powers.
Dude, yeah. When he said there's no shade like that, I mean, look, they can stay inside, but like, yeah, the more that I think that's the problem. It's like they're always inside this little fucking tube, these tubes, these little tight hallways and shit. So, and if they do ever go outside, I mean, being outside at night must be kind of nice. You get that maybe that little cold breeze next to the ocean. So they must be
True.
spending, I think, a record amount of time now out at night. That's got to be, and that's when they're trying to at peak suicide hours, I'm
Where
guessing
are these
too.
ships stationed right now? Like, are they doing any? They're not doing anything. Are they just like hanging out of the range of Iranian missiles? Because yeah, maybe you could hang out at night. Maybe you get blown up.
Yeah, I have no idea where they're stationed. They're like somewhere around here, like in the area, no, so that they can get to Iran. Like, isn't this one of the main carriers that they're using, or they're just like backup, extra, double support for like some other main carrier that's
Yeah, I don't know where they are.
Let me try to check on the side.
Though.
That doesn't mean that they deserve neglect. That's a failure of leadership.
But the Defense Secretary has dismissed the multiple reports of the declining conditions.
Yeah, there you go. That's a man right there. That's a real G. Okay, it's
The Minnesota boy himself, Pete Hegseth,
our boy.
pride of
Let's go.
the North Star State.
However, it's been deployed in Northern Arabian Sea, Middle East region. Yeah, it's in the area. Current operational area, Northern Arabian Sea, CENTCOM region. And it's operating on an extended combat deployment.
As fake news.
Completely misrepresented. Listen, we make sure that every ship, every crew, every captain has everything we can provide them at every single moment.
The administration's pushed back against growing congressional pressure over the warship's record-breaking length of deployment. Images from the USS Lincoln have made headlines at a time when the president is trying to project an image of strength. Privately, Donald Trump has repeatedly expressed his frustration at the ongoing war in Iran. All this amidst mounting political pressure ahead of the midterms.
Big speech.
Yeah.
Pro-Iranian YouTube channels have been quick to capitalize on the headlines. Here, mocking news that the president hid in a catering truck to secretly switch planes in response to an Iranian threat.
Iran watches this very carefully, and
I'm honestly so like super over these Lego fucking videos. They're all the same. They all sound the same. Like, I'm not here.
Yeah.
It was funny at first, but like at this point, fuck AI. Like, just fuck generative AI. Like, you can tell the limitations. Like, it's just recycling itself over and over again. Those fucking songs are annoying.
It
as
does
shit.
sound the exact same.
It sounds exactly the same. It's shit. Sophia loves monkeys. Hello. But also, what's ironic is that like the U.S., the Republicans pride themselves on caring for the military. They always out patriot. They out patriot the Democrats. They out patriot the leftists. They're the ones who take care of the military supposedly the most.
Anthony,
But like,
Anthony, don't you mean our war fighters?
is that what they're called now?
We've evolved our language. They are war fighters now, not military, not soldiers.
Are they really called war fighters?
That's what Congress and Hegseth is calling them.
Oh my God, dude, war fighters. Okay, so yeah, so the Republicans are truly like bungling this, and like you'd think for Trump this would be kind of an easy win, like the military, we take care of our military, even though it's under the Republicans that, the VA went to shit. They never took care of the 9/11 first responders. Like they talk a big game, but then they do the worst job at helping patriots and first responders.
Well,
and stuff.
I think it's interesting because I think this story and kind of America's military ineptitude when it comes to Iran in general really is a demonstration that like the graph and the incompetency has no floor. Like there's no like spine left in this government. There's no institution that's like, now we're gonna like keep running properly. It's like if the military is serving rotten meat to the people on its ships, then everyone that's left is involved in some kind of corruption scheme where they don't actually give a shit about accomplishing anything. They just care about how long can I keep this job while I'm maximizing the amount of bribes I can get, like fucking the people over that are underneath me.
Yeah, every day I see like genuinely the most fucked up like headlines on Twitter, like Trump pulling back protections for endangered species. Now they're like, like now also there's also this corruption, whatever. Like they're making it harder to there's like this whole corruption archive that they're deleting off of like the national like website or whatever, something like that. I glanced at it. So like now you can't look up like past politicians who like were caught for like corruption schemes, and it's like the most obviously bad and like evil shit, you know. And you're like, oh my God, like
Yeah.
how are they doing this?
Well, it's
Like
so funny.
endangered.
Everything that ever happens that's bad, you're like, wow, that was bad. Then a story comes out like 3 days later that Trump had something to do with it. Like the wildfires that happened in Minnesota. They're like, yeah, Trump canceled a bunch of grants that went to like forest cleaning and preempting wildfires. And that affected Minnesota. It's like
And like
$20
yeah,
million
Really?
dollars that he cut from Minnesota wildfire fighting efforts.
and they cut
Wow.
funding to like the FDA, and now there's like you can't eat lettuce. Now there's like
Right, you're right.
30,000 tons of beef that got recalled because of something. And it's like, what are we doing here, man? And then like they cut the people that worked at the airports, the travel comptrollers or
Yeah.
whatever. And then planes started crashing into each other and helicopters started crashing into each other. You're like, Jesus Christ.
The newest thing also is he was cutting there was an election security agency that worked for the federal government that worked with local election officials to make sure that they weren't getting hacked. But after the 2020 election, the head of that agency came out and is like, no, 2020 was the most safe election ever, is the most secure election ever. So Trump fired him and then cut that workforce by like 50%. So now all of these local election agencies are like, we have no one in the federal government that we're working with anymore about online election security. Uh, so that bodes well for these midterms coming up.
Yeah, it's fucked, man. The midterms, I don't know what's happening, man. And like Trump keeps releasing Trump 2028 pictures. It's like, just
Oh
what
yeah.
is it real? Is it like happening? Is he actually going to try, or is he just like trolling everyone?
I think it's going down.
I think it's going down. Holy dude, if
I
that
think
goes down, like
It's gonna get crazy come like a month from now. I don't know.
that would be genuinely insane if that's actually happening. That would be like endless content and coverage. Oh my God, like that's insane.
Have hardened their position partly because they see what they think is weakness on the American side.
Mark Kansian is a retired Marine Corps colonel. He now works for a think tank which has been tracking munitions stockpiles and says the president's strategy in Iran is partly being constrained by dwindling supplies.
So what are the implications of having such low stocks as this war goes on?
It opens what we've called a window of vulnerability, and that window will be open for several years until deliveries start backfilling what's been expended.
Several years.
Families of those
So yeah, like he was so like they're out of missiles, so they're just like waiting
Yeah.
there. They're kind of they're unable to attack, but they're getting like what shipments of new rockets every week, so they kind of have to stay there to keep attacking or something. So instead of being able to like unleash the full might and fury of the U.S. military in like 2 weeks and end this thing, like that obviously it was never going to happen like that. So like now they kind of have to be there and like drip by drip feed them like here's a shipment of rockets, we just got this one done fresh out of the oven, here you go, fresh off the presses. And it's like, oh, goddamn,
It's
hot off
crazy
the press.
how badly the US is losing this war. I mean, just diplomatically, like Iran just needs to hold out and let Trump lose in the midterms, and then he's going to have a lot less power to. I mean, we'll see. We all know how bloodthirsty Democrats are for this war too, but they're beating him like politically with the midterms. They're beating us economically, just in terms of the amount of oil that we have left in our in our strategic reserves. We're running out of missiles. No one wants
Damn,
to,
yeah, dude.
like, diplomatically, no one wants to work with the United States in this war with Iran. Like, remember when Donald Trump kept saying, like, oh, countries of the world, open up this strait for me. Like, I'm just going to sit back. I need you to open it for me. And everyone's just like, what the hell is he talking about? We're not doing that. It's just like on every single front.
We have a couple more pictures here. So this is the kebab one. I don't know what the side here is. It looks like just noodles, plain. This could be plain noodles.
Ramen noodles?
Could be
It
ramen.
looks like
plain.
egg noodles or something with something.
No sauce. There's like no sauce on these things. And just like one kebab with one skewer, one beef skewer with 4 pieces of beef, and some green pepper, and maybe a slice of tomato. Like these are just slices. This is maybe when you get a kebab sandwich here in Lebanon, they'll usually put 1 skewer's worth of meat in there. Sometimes 1.5 or 2 if they're really being generous. But like you can expect 1 skewer. This is one little sandwich for like a grown man who's in the military, who's like working out, presumably moving every day, whatever the fuck. And then here you got 2 boiled eggs, and I don't know what the fuck that is. Some kind of slop, some sauce.
It looks like some biscuits and gravy, perhaps, or a
Biscuits-
biscuit with gravy.
Oh, so biscuit with the gravy on top already?
Helps. That's
That
what
looks
it is.
delicious. I'll be honest.
That looks bad, man. This looks like worse than like a TV dinner
Nah.
or some shit.
That's the best one
Goddamn.
out of the 4. You
I
have
thought
to
it was
admit.
just like
This-
a pile of hummus.
Dude, it looks like someone like puked on there. The best looking one to me, I gotta say, is the taco. At least that taco meat looks.
Nah,
That beef looks kind
no
of
flavor in there.
juicy. I don't know that kebab skewer is looking kind of sus. Here, at least you get to make 2 tacos too. You got 2 tortillas, so you can fool yourself into thinking you're having 2 sandwiches. I'm not eating the mystery meat one. That's the worst looking one.
Also,
to me, I'll
like,
take the tacos.
Why are they giving the person with the kebab a spoon? A spoon doesn't help eat the kebab or the
Yeah.
noodles.
They ran out of forks. They've run out of forks.
They had to take away the forks because the soldiers kept trying to stab themselves
Yeah.
with them.
This is like another ship.
You
So
only get
wait.
spoons.
Oh right, yeah. No more knives. No knives and
Yeah.
forks. Everybody get genuinely.
Bro, what the
Seth
fuck
Harp
is
says,
this?
it sucks that they make you wage foreign wars for Israel when you join the U.S. Navy, but at least our 1.5 trillion defense budget provides for delicious and nutritious chow aboard warships like the USS. So yeah, so this is coming out from the USS George Washington. Apparently, is also just as fucked, if not more fucked up, than the USS Abraham Lincoln. So is that like a piece of meatloaf? What is this on the left, or just like steak?
Just looks like a burger patty, like a frozen burger patty.
Bro, it looks like someone's knee.
Yeah, it looks like a slice. Yeah, I don't know
Looks
what the
like a
fuck that is.
scab.
Oh, but
And
at
on
least
the
they
right-
have charcuterie.
That's a
fancy.
separate.
Yeah.
That's a separate dinner. That's one meal. So you get your 1 slice of meat. You get your 1 slice of
Because they're an
of
American.
whatever-
They need their
American. You get your beef. And look, I love like there's the American flag on the plate. You know what I mean? Like with the stars. So proud.
The
It's like
spirit of
that's
George
what you get.
Washington is rolling in his grave, 100%.
This is offensive. And then yeah, this is you get 1 slice of. That's not bologna, is it? Bologna doesn't look like this. Is this like a?
No, it's like some salami.
This is a large slice of salami, potentially. If it's not salami, it's some kind of it's most likely salami, or mortadelle, a slice of mortadelle. But looks bad. 2 slices of cheese. Oh no, 1 slice of cheese. I think that's another tortilla.
I think so.
I think that's another tortilla. So you get 1 tortilla, 1 slice of mystery
I don't know what
charcuterie.
the hell that is. It's got hairs coming out of it or something.
I was gonna say maybe hash browns, like
That looks
fucked up hash
foul.
browns.
It's
It's got worms all over it.
Yeah, it's fucked. I would
Looks
say
like
maybe
that.
it's hash.
Looks like that creature
Cheese?
that they cut open in Star Wars to hide inside during the ice storm.
Yeah, what was that called? Damn, tauntaun. It was a tauntaun.
Tauntaun.
Tauntaun meat. Yeah, it looks. I would say it's hash browns and those little strands, those hairs that Casey's
Cheese.
talking about. I think that's cheese. They try to go like, you want some cheese on that? They're like grating some cheese
No
just
shot.
to make it. I think that's what they're. I'm like, y'all got cheese? Give me a cheese sandwich. What is this? Like that? What's a slice of like what? Like extra processed Swiss? Oh my god, dude, this is. Oh, what the fuck
God.
is this? Dude, no way. Those are meatballs. One, two,
Alfredo
three, four.
meatballs and Parmesan? Is it
No, it looks like some
couscous?
ranch and some buffalo sauce from those pumps, you know? Those big tubs
Yo,
that you pump.
yeah, that looks like ketchup, man. But yeah, that's supposed to be some kind of tomato sauce, and that's some Parmesan on the side to cover your meatballs. Holy shit! Miles Murphy says
That
I'd be
looks good.
swimming to Iran and defecting. Dude, dude, the food there, you get some like delicious saffron rice, some nice yellow rice with some fresh kebabs. They'll give you 2 skewers if you order a fucking dish over there. 2 skewers of
Wow.
chicken. You know, God, that is. I
Iran
don't know what
not
else,
looking so bad. Oh my god.
bro. Yeah,
What's the
I guess
opposite
this
of
is.
food porn? 'Cause
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what we're experiencing right now.
That is that like that looks like the aftermath of eating chicken wings or something, you know? Like that looks like the leftovers of eating, but like even that is too nasty. I don't know, man. Oh, the empanadas don't look that bad, but like, yeah, goddamn, yeah. So that's looking pretty
Nice.
bad. So yeah, that's the USS Washington, and that's some more. So that's more pictures from the moldy USS George Washington,
That's foul.
which recently went. Wait, underwent what? Recently underwent an incredibly expensive complex overhaul that took 6 years to finish. Our Navy is like this because we only have one shipyard capable of refueling and repairing a nuclear aircraft carrier. So that's mold in the toilets. I don't know what the fuck this is. It's like some pipes and shit's molten off, like the handles are melted off.
Jesus Christ.
Is that just covered in mold?
Mold, it's corroded. It's
Looks
like
like
all
it.
it's covered in everything. It's rusty.
It's foul.
Oh God, sorry guys. Trigger warning. If you're eating, I'm sorry. God damn, bro. Someone scrub this shit. Don't they have people to scrub? This isn't a plumbing problem. This is a scrubbing problem too. It's dirty.
Yeah.
It's foul. Yes, and so yeah, America has one shipyard that can refuel nuclear aircraft carriers. It's already behind on the Stennis, and the Truman is next in line.
They can only refuel it at one spot.
It's crazy.
Not even like repair.
That's nuts, dude. Yeah, I guess one refueling, and that's where they do the repairs. Kane Trooper, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. Much appreciated. Thank you, Kane. W's in the chat for Kane Trooper, folks. There's one more video if you guys want to watch it. It's Iran war military experts react to report of U.S. sailors jumping ship. Maybe something more fun. That's just a bunch of old people talking about it. Let's see. USS Lincoln to be replaced with USS George Washington after long. Oh, so it's going to be replaced. Oh, so they did find a replacement for it. Okay, 1
Iran's
second.
gotta take some make some new drones that don't have bombs on them but have like shawarma, and then drive them over to these aircraft carriers. And just record soldiers like jumping at the food like fish out of
Right.
the water.
Oh my God, fresh shawarma. Jesus.
Then was extended with no end date publicly stated. Since then, friends and family have been speaking out, asking for answers on when service members will return home. The Lincoln left San Diego last November and has now been deployed for more than 250 days, including more than 200 days without a port visit, a record for the aircraft carrier.
You expect to be ported every so often and to have a little bit of a break, and it's just not fair that they haven't.
Why does she look like that? Jesus Christ.
Opportunities.
Jasmine has friends and family aboard the Lincoln, alongside roughly 5,000 sailors and Marines. She is one of many speaking out for the safe return of service.
Oh yeah, oh man, think if you're a woman as well. Like, I mean, men are kind of like, you know, a bit more built for like to survive nasty conditions. Having bathrooms like that and shit like that. I mean, I'm sure the women's bathrooms don't look like the men's bathrooms. To be fair, they're gonna look better, but
Service members.
You can
No, they
just
look worse.
hear that they're not.
100%. The women's bathrooms,
you think?
The women's
as
bathrooms
a
look worse.
former custodian, they're much worse.
Damn.
That's what they
Yeah.
don't want you to tell. That's what they don't want you to know.
Hell, I believe you though. I believe, but also like, I mean, this could create some fucked up, like, I don't know, man. You're on there for 250 days. with the same people? What if there's someone that you're not getting along with? Some kind of like, I don't know, man. You're
Yeah, I
trapped
saw
on
one
there.
of the guys was like, "Yeah, I had my first kid, 10
Yeah,
months
he missed.
ago. I look forward to meeting them." It's like, oh my god,
That's
Jesus
that's
Christ.
fucking for
so
nothing.
stupid.
Just
That's the
imagine that
kid.
you're like, I don't know, trying to avoid all of the toxic chemicals and the mold on that ship. Then your commanding officer comes down to your barracks and is like, all right, guys, I'm going to need everyone to T-pose on the edge of the ship. There's a drone doing a CNN camera. We're doing a story for CNN. We need everyone to look good.
Yeah, we're getting some backup in the chat that women's bathrooms are worse. So, I mean, I try to keep my bathroom clean over here. I do take care of my bathroom.
Yeah. It just makes sense. Like, not to get too graphic, but women do bleed more than men in the bathroom.
I mean, yeah, that is true. That is technically true. Max Danger says, as a trans man, I miss the women's bathroom. Never had to deal with someone jorking it in there. Well, there you go. There's also that, Touche.
Themselves, and this is just exhausting them.
The Navy Times recently reported multiple incidents of sailors attempting to go overboard during the Lincoln's long deployment. The report also says about 200 family members raised concerns at a San Diego town hall last week, including reports of deteriorating mental health, shortages of basic supplies, water contamination, and plumbing issues. Jasmine was there and says families left without the answers they hoped for.
We felt like we were heard by leadership, so we felt like we needed to be heard everywhere else.
She says the George Washington's deployment has given her hope her family will soon come home.
They want a real return date. They want decent conditions for their loved ones in the meantime. And I think people just want to know, how will they know when the mission's been accomplished?
Representative Mike Levin says relieving the USS Lincoln is not enough. He, alongside other Democratic lawmakers, are demanding for more information from the DoD about what led to the reported conditions.
We just want to know what's really happening so that we can do our best.
Bro, I want vlogs. Like, I want straight up vlogs to come out of there. Let me, Comrade Case, you sent the photo. Let me just open up my WhatsApp.
I love this photo that I shared with you because it shows just how like cooked the Empire is.
Let me come back to you guys.
Because like this is a photo of some plane on one of these ships, and you can see what the guys on board like basically graffitied into the dust.
I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna open it up for you guys so you can check it out. Sorry, there's so much shit on my computer. Okay, here we go.
Bro, they gotta treat these guys like prisoners. They can't let them access the outside world at this point.
Okay, so
and, like,
this
they're
was
fully on board with the whole Epstein, good goy stuff. It's pretty hilarious.
So this looks like an airplane wing. This is it. So the plane of the wing of an airplane, and those are like the wheels.
That bends down.
So yeah, BB's cucks.
BB's
cucks.
BB's
Be a
cucks.
good goy and do what Israel tells you to. Operation
Damn.
Epstein Fury.
That
I
does go
love
pretty
flock
hard.
cameras. I love Israel and I'm a good goyim. Interesting. All this for the Holy Land.
Peace deal number 64 incoming. All this for the Holy Land.
Peace
So they're
deal
pretty
number
over
64.
And they know how pointless the war is.
No one's fucking with this, dude. No one's fucking with it. But I mean, look, again, people are joining the military in record numbers,
For
so
sure.
it's no shortage of a fresh supply of volunteers, fresh meat for the U.S. Government to I can stop sharing this.
So how many U.S. soldiers have died in this conflict so far?
I don't think there's an official count because like the official account of it is so low. Like
they've killed
it's
more
probably
than
5 times what they're actually saying.
The BBC is saying that more than 600 U.S. military members have been injured since the Iran war began. And I guess the
I just don't believe
at
that.
least 18 are dead.
But they were talking about since it began, like, a year, like when did it officially fully start? And then they took a pause. No, not a year, but like, how long has it been? Holy shit, how long has it been now? Like 5, 6 months?
March?
Yeah. But there's aerial photos of like the aftermath of some of these strikes on military bases, and they're taking out like entire like barracks of people. Like they're taking out entire buildings that are meant to hold like 50 people.
Right.
Now it might have been
Mhm.
completely empty in the moment,
Yeah, they
but
might be
like
evacuating them. Well, the attack in Jordan took out like 2 or 3 at once. So that one's already, that was like, what I think probably maybe the
yeah.
deadliest one, or at least one that they couldn't hide because like there was footage coming out of there from all sorts of angles, and stuff.
So it says 10 of the 18 deaths in the Iran war have been in hostile action. A service member is considered killed in hostile action if they are the victim of terrorist activity or if they die as a direct result of combat. So half of the people that have been killed due to America's own ineptitude.
Mm-hmm.
So 6 people were killed in drone strikes. One person was killed during a controlled detonation of a drone.
Oh my God.
Um, let's see, what else do we have? Six crew members of a refueling aircraft were killed in a crash on March 12th, and in early July, a helicopter pilot died in a crash in the Arabian Sea. So, like, literally half of the confirmed casualties have just been America fucking up.
Yeah.
That's insane, dude.
And
That's
there's been suicide attempts. I have to imagine
Right.
some of them have been successful
Yeah.
and they're just hiding it.
Yeah, I
Oh, you
know.
guys want to? Just remembered also, Luigi Mangione. Do you guys want to talk? There's a few topics that we want to talk. We're going to talk about Hassan derangement. Our boy Luigi Mangione pled guilty. I asked James about this, but he had no idea. Comrade Casey, have you followed up or have you seen anything about the Deaf Noodles versus Yosef Haddad like fight post their debate or whatever the fuck?
I saw the clip,
You
as
saw
I'm
the
sure
clip.
many have,
So they
but
had a fight.
I don't know. It seemed a little staged to me. Am I just a little schizo?
It could be staged. Some people were saying that, but like they're both stupid enough for it to like I don't care even if it is staged as long as I mean people were telling me that Def Noodles like threatened to kill his girlfriend or something, so he's also kind of nuts.
Yeah, Def
But I
Noodles is like off the deep end.
yeah, Def Noodles is kind of lost it as well. But it's just nice to see, I don't know. We could watch that as well. I do have the link so that they released the official debate now because everything was just behind the scenes and them
Okay.
fighting and whatever. And with all that hype, it's still only at like 20,000 something views. You would think that with all of that hype, but like no one like Def Noodles isn't really doing it. This is the
Yeah, how
biggest
about
thing Def Noodles.
that Candace Owens debate? A lot of people are talking about that. I haven't seen it, but
Oh, with who?
I don't. It was some Israel shill. I heard something that he paid like $300,000 to get on the show.
Oh, so she had
Um,
him on her show to debate him?
yeah, I don't know. I don't
That
really know the context or anything.
that could be fun as well. That could be fun as well. Do you guys want to talk quickly about Luigi? I mean, I don't have much to say.
Let's
I
do
kind
it.
of saw it. I saw it as a tweet. Pop base. That's how I got my fucking Luigi Mangione news. I saw a pop base tweet. I was like, what? I do like pop base. Whoever's running that shit is like super fucking pro Palestine and stuff. They'll report on like the most, like they'll do a better job reporting than the BBC, than Reuters, than CNN. Like they're genuinely
Mm.
whoever's running this fucking pop culture account reports everything related to Lebanon and Palestine with such like grace, and I feel like they're Arab or something. Like they've got to be. Pop base says Luigi Mangione has admitted to shooting United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. After years of enduring severe pain from a broken back, I learned. Well, we could try to read his whole thing if you guys want. Let's see if they have the whole thing. But after years of enduring severe pain from a broken back, I learned United Health would be holding an investor conference in New York City. I then researched the event online. I observed the annual conference of America's largest healthcare organization with the stated mission to make the healthcare system better for everyone. I traveled to New York and emailed United Healthcare with the intent to kill Brian Thompson. I shot Mr. Thompson in the back. I knew what I was doing was illegal. And before that, he admitted to stalking, right? So before admitting to having shot him, he was just like, okay, he admitted to stalking him. And then just like a couple hours later, the news came out that like, okay, he pleads guilty. He did kill him. I think the big question was why now? Like what happened? Like he's been, like did someone coerce him into saying this? Some people are saying it's a forced admission of guilt. I don't know. I'm not going to get all that conspiratorial. I kind of believe the guy. I never had doubts that it was him. But I never really cared because again, how many people did United Health deny coverage for in the span that this guy was CEO? Like hundreds of thousands of people, like 114,000 people die every year
Yeah.
in the States because of
Yeah.
lack of health care. So it's like
Record-breaking
this.
profits.
Yeah, so I mean, this guy has killed way more people directly and indirectly, than okay, maybe indirectly, but I mean, hey, refusing someone's coverage, that's pretty direct. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, no one feels bad for the fucking CEO of fucking United Health. Oh, so this hyperlink isn't working. Okay, that's what they were saying. Everybody's been reporting the same fucking link. Let's see if this one's better. Okay. So there's a video that we can watch. So Brian Thompson had blood on his hands. He was responsible for the death of millions of people. If he hadn't died, he would have lived out the rest of his life in peace because murder is legal in the United States as long as it's done by a corporation or the police, a cab. Here's his lawyer talking about it after the admission.
Today is a solemn and significant day. With today's guilty plea, Mr. Mangione has accepted full responsibility for the death of Brian Thompson, arising from the events of December 4th, 2024, outside of the United Healthcare Investor Conference here in Midtown Manhattan. It was a single tragic event, yet he's being prosecuted twice for the same conduct. As Luigi explained in court today, he endured years of severe, debilitating pain following a broken back, while struggling to navigate our healthcare and health insurance systems. Like the thousands of people who've reached out since this tragedy to share their own experiences, he believed that the system had failed him and destroyed his life. Despite this being a single isolated event, Mr. Mangione has been unfairly treated since the outset in every way and has successfully fought off terrorism charges and the death penalty, while also fighting at the same time two simultaneous prosecutions in two jurisdictions who are trying to punish him twice for the exact conduct. He's been treated differently from every other defendant charged with this offense in New York. However, thankfully, New York law does not allow this.
So it says here that estimates that between like up to 45,000 Americans die each year due to a lack of health insurance or delayed care. So I mean that's pretty fucked up, man. So, and Brian Thompson had a big role in that. Also, yeah, they did treat Luigi Mangione. They treated him like a Batman villain. Like there's that picture of him.
True.
There's that picture of him, kind of, the perp walk. Let me try to see if we can find that. Made him look like Bane out there fucking, yeah, walking him down with like 100 cops on his side and cuffed. They made a whole spectacle out of this because, of course, when you kill a random regular person, everyday Joe Schmo on the street, no one gives a shit. But when you kill a CEO, they make a show out of it. They want to, they want to make an example out of you.
Now seeing the suspect walked out of that helicopter. This is at the Wall Street heliport. He is
Yeah, it's like motherfucker's Joker, dude. Like what?
surrounded by many officers. He is shackled, his hands in front of him. He is in that orange jumpsuit that he was probably given in Pennsylvania. He is looking straight ahead. There is no real expression, now looking down as he's moving very slowly. And we understand that the mayor is at the heliport. He will be talking in any moment now about the arrival of the suspect, who will be facing federal charges.
Yeah, this wouldn't have happened under Mamdani. Let's see. I opened a couple of videos. I mean, look, the media is obviously on the side of Brian Thompson. I want to see Brian Thompson's family. Let's watch their response.
Jessica, we just got this into our newsroom from the family of Brian Thompson, that former United Healthcare CEO. Here's what they...
That poor multimillionaire CEO. What a poor man. My sympathies are with his family. He must have been a great person. I feel just as bad for him as I do for those billionaire that died in that submarine checking out the Titanic. It's oh so sad
I'm
to
reading
have
some
lost.
CNN articles, and they're like, when Luigi was essentially confessing or giving his testimony, they're like they're like, oh, the Brian Thompson's family was shuddering in the background as he was speaking. Like, okay, what is this? What is this article that they're writing right now?
Yeah, and everyone in chat is like Big Al Kickmick says the perp walk only made me fall more in love. Ravy Baby says what a cutie he is. He's honestly the best looking criminal I've seen. Like dude's a good looking fella. You know what I'm saying? Like handsome guy. I understand why everyone is crushing on the dude. You know what I mean? Killed a millionaire CEO. You know, tried to take a real step into, well, not solving the healthcare crisis, but I mean, you know, kind of like, I mean, look, again, you need to start seeing the CEO as cold-blooded killers. Unless if you think that CEO that denies healthcare to thousands of Americans every single year and makes millions and millions of dollars as they make record-breaking amounts of profit, then you know we're just completely different people. But I think like and it's clear. I think most Americans do kind of side with Luigi Mangione. Like, I think it's pretty evident. Even my
100%.
parents are like, yeah, I mean, we get why. Everybody gets like, I mean, we get why he did it. No one's like, I wonder why. Everybody's like, yeah, okay, it tracks. It kind of tracks. I don't agree with it, but like, you can't be like, I don't know. Why would he do that? It's like, come on, dude. Do you need to ask the question?
They say after weeping in court today and hearing Mr. Mangione lay out how he killed their husband and father, they say today's guilty plea marks an important step toward justice for Brian and for our family. While nothing will ease the pain of losing him, we are grateful that the federal justice system has held the person responsible for this heinous act accountable. Now, we look to the court to ensure that sentencing reflects the severity of his crime. We remain mindful that additional proceedings in New York and Pennsylvania are still to come, and they say, we will continue to seek justice Brian deserves. That statement attributed to the family, the Thompson family. Your reaction, first of all, to what they had to say, because they point to the fact that we still will hear hearings out of New York and Pennsylvania.
Well, that's right. I mean,
So that's what his lawyer was talking about. They're trying to charge him in Pennsylvania and in New York, I guess. So they're going to charge him twice for the same crime. He's going to serve double the time. But isn't it an automatic life in prison when you do a premeditated murder? Either death penalty or life in prison? Like, could he get less than life in prison? Is it even a mystery at this point? Or like, that's what I would assume, right? And it wasn't, there's like manslaughter is like accidental, or like you weren't, like what does manslaughter mean? Like killing someone in a car accident or something?
Yeah, it's like an
Involuntary
accident.
manslaughter.
Wasn't
An
there
accident.
Doesn't it work how like life sentences are technically not life sentences? They're like 40 years or something. It's just called that because you assume it'll be the rest of their life. I'm not sure. But I think there's some sort of way to get out of prison even if you're sentenced to life.
So apparently, I'm reading this
On
article right
parole?
now. It's on CNN. Life sentence still very likely despite guilty plea, according to former U.S. prosecutor. Even though Luigi pleaded guilty today, it is still very likely that the federal judge will sentence him to life in prison or something close to it. Because there is no plea deal with federal prosecutors, there is no set sentencing range for the judge. Federal judges have vast options at sentencing. You can sentence up to life in prison. They pointed out that as the judge considers what sentence to give, she can consider conduct not only in connection with the stalking charges, because he only pled guilty to stalking charges, which I don't really get. Like, are murder charges wrapped up within those stalking charges?
But that's what I don't know. But he did put out a statement where he says like I killed them, like I emailed them. So I think at this point he's fully pled guilty to the whole thing and he's admitted to killing.
But she can consider conduct not only in connection with the stalking charges to which he pled guilty today, but also all of the conduct that he did that entire day, the days leading up to it, and the days after it. Mangione's plea today was also an attempt to dismiss the state charges against him, which includes second-degree murder. But Berger predicted that his sentencing from the federal case will be long, whether or not the state case continues. So I guess it's just like he has the potential of being charged for different charges in the state prosecution, and they're just trying to minimize the amount of charges that he's prosecuted for. Which makes
he's getting
sense.
life 100%. He's gonna, and if they could have given the death penalty, they would have. I think they're trying to make an example out of him again, like the perp walk, the publicized court proceedings and everything. I think there's no way, like, because they want to dissuade people from ever doing this again. And like,
Right.
their job is to protect the millionaire class, the billionaire class. They work for the CEOs. The justice system doesn't work for us. It works for the rich. So they're gonna, like, as soon as a rich person, one of them was touched and killed, like, that's it. So he's definitely, if they could kill him, they're gonna. If they can find a way to give him the death penalty and like televise that shit, they're gonna fucking televise it, dude. It's gonna be on Paramount Plus after the latest UFC event. Tune in to watch it. Like, I swear, that's how badly I feel they want to use him as and make an example out of him. So he's got no shot of getting anything less than life in prison. And yeah, they're gonna keep stacking up charges. So like stalking, that's 10 more years because of stalking, and
Right.
10 more years because of emailing under a false pretense. Because I think he emailed them as like he was gonna be like a potential
Oh yeah.
donor or finance provider or
Investor.
financer or something. So like you impersonated someone else's identity. Here's another 20 years, whatever they can do to get him to life in prison. They're gonna do that. There's no way that he'll get any less, I feel. And yeah, but no one, obviously no one in the media is going to even remotely show any sympathy. But like, I feel like it's the hardest job to do because like the guy he killed is an absolute fucking villain. The dude's a good-looking guy who seemed like he had everything going for him in his life, you know what I mean? But who just really got dicked over. And at some point, something snapped. Obviously, you don't just shoot someone, like, unless something fucking happened. But
Right.
yeah.
My first reaction, honestly, is a human reaction, which is they've dealt with a terrible tragedy, and one has to assume
It's crazy. You can't, like, I can't even watch this. What do you mean tragedy? Like, who cares, man?
Now to a major breaking news story we are following out of New York today. Luigi Mangione has pleaded guilty to federal stalking charges in the shooting death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in 2024. Mangione said in court, quote, "I shot Mr. Thompson and he died," end of quote. He will be sentenced on December.
What? So he pled guilty to like stalking, and then he's like, "Yeah, I shot the guy." Doesn't that mean you pled guilty to the murder thing? What?
I know.
The
That's what I
the
don't-
law.
That's what I don't
The
get.
law doesn't make sense sometimes. These loopholes and these weird fucking things they do.
18th. The CBC's Chris Reyes joins us live from New York. Chris, take us through what happened in court earlier.
Yeah, a lot happened in court this morning, Karina. In fact, I think we learned more about this case just in the last 2 hours than we have in the last 20 months since this shooting happened.
20 months? This has been going on for 20 months? Holy shit.
Back in December 2024. So Luigi Mangione didn't just plead guilty. He explained why he killed former United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. He was sworn in. The judge asked if he was...
Boy got a fresh haircut. Got a fresh fade for the reveal.
Brian Thompson.
Got that fresh fade. Look at that, man.
The
Looking
barber in
sharp.
prison.
Got that prison barber.
He was sworn in. The judge asked if he was of sound mind. Mangione responded yes. And then he said he was pleading guilty to 2 federal charges of stalking. He then went on to say, as you read there, "I shot Mr. Thompson in Manhattan." And then he added, "I understood that my actions would place him in fear of death or bodily injury. I knew what I was doing was illegal." And then Mangione said that he printed a gun with a 3D printer and then put a silencer on it. So that sheds new light on that image that first circulated.
2026. I love it. AI printing guns with 3D printers. Technology and advancement. It's going oh so well. I mean, in this case, the 3D printer was used for some might say a noble cause. Not us on this show. We wouldn't say that. James definitely wouldn't say that, but maybe I'm thinking it. Maybe I've thought it at one point in my life. I might have thought that, maybe. Carmen Casey seems to be agreeing with me. He might have thought something similar too at some point. Maybe James as well. We don't know what James is thinking right now. Maybe James is thinking of printing.
Condemn all violence.
Condemn all of, yeah, of course. We gotta look. Violence is bad, of course, but like
Square.
but like I condemn again. It goes back to to Israel Hamas. I condemn Luigi Mangione would never have existed. There would be no need for Luigi Mangione if the healthcare system wasn't what it was. Lesser of two evils. Luigi Mangione has killed one man. Brian Thompson has killed tens of thousands of people. So I feel worse for the victims of Brian Thompson. Once I'm done mourning them, then maybe I'll have time to mourn Brian Thompson. But at first, I'm mourning his victims.
Moments after this shooting, so CCTV footage of a hooded man shooting Thompson, holding that gun that we know now was 3D printed by Mangione. Mangione also went on to explain that he did extensive research to try to find out information about that United Healthcare Leaders Conference here in Midtown Manhattan, where Brian Thompson was attending on that morning of December 2024. Mangione said that he posed as an investor managing billions and got an immediate response from the company. Mangione also explained that he did this after enduring years of severe pain from an injured back and navigating the insurance system. So that's important to note, because it's interesting that Mangione would confirm this in his own words, given that the why of this crime has been mostly theory, pieced together by some of the publicly available evidence. Like, if you remember, Karina, the bullet casings had engraved on it, deny, delay, depose, referring to the tactics that critics often associate with how health insurance companies deal with claims and coverage. So it's really that anger that has resonated with a lot of people in this country and turned Mangione into a cult personality, some calling him the patron saint of healthcare access. Well, prosecutors had a lot to say about this outside of the courthouse.
And like CNN has so many pharmaceutical companies and like insurance companies as sponsors or that buy ad space on them. So like they're like that's CBC, sorry, but like they're all the same. They're essentially all the same. So for them to be like, he's kind of, some people consider him a hero. You're the patron saint of health insurance. It's like, holy shit. I did get his whole statement. If you guys, I can read it for you guys. We can look at this thing a little bit. So the court says, all right, so I'm going to ask you to tell me in your own words, blah, blah, blah. The defendant says, I'll stay seated. The court says, okay, go ahead. The defendant, after years of enduring severe pain from a broken back, navigating the obstacles of the health insurance system, and witnessing similar experiences of countless others, I learned that United Healthcare would be holding its annual investor conference in New York City on December 4th, 2024, although the specific location was not publicly disclosed. The court, I'm sorry, Mr. Mangione, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm just, look, they're even so polite with him. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, this handsome young man, this handsome young killer. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, Mr. Mangione, to interrupt you. I'm sorry. Just having a little bit of trouble hearing you, so maybe back up a little bit for the microphone. Like the way criminals get, I mean, again, I don't consider him a criminal, but the way white people who are under arrest get treated by the court compared to people of color is insane. This man is being spoken to with such respect, you know? Right, try to keep your voice up, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Defendant. I learned that United Healthcare would be holding its annual investor conference on December 4th, although the specific location was not publicly disclosed. I then researched the event online. I observed that the annual conference of America's largest healthcare organization with the stated mission to make with the stated mission to make the health system work better for everyone would be attended by company executives, the board of directors, and hundreds of investors, not doctors, nurses, and patients. In November 2024, I traveled from outside New York, of New York State to Manhattan. I then emailed United Healthcare leadership posing as an investor. So that's another 20 years in jail for posing as an investor at a firm managing over $50 billion in assets and requesting information about the conference. Unlike my previous interactions with insurers, I received an immediate response within an hour. Before traveling to New York, I used a 3D printer to make part of a gun, and I equipped the gun with a silencer and magazine. My travel to New York and email to United Health was with the intent to shoot Brian Thompson. On the morning of December 4, I shot Mr. Thompson in Manhattan, and he died. When I did so, I understood that my actions would place him in fear of death or serious bodily injury. I knew what I was doing was illegal. So how, again, I just don't understand. Okay, so he pled guilty for stalking. Someone was saying this is manslaughter here, but isn't this premeditated murder? I don't know.
Well, apparently on the state, they're trying to charge him with second-degree murder, which I don't know what the difference, what the specifics are there, but I think it's just that he pled guilty to stalking, and then the judge can take into account all of his actions throughout the entire day, or like his preceding actions.
It's got to be first degree, because second degree murder is an unlawful killing committed with malice of forethought, but without prior planning, calculation, or premeditation. This was premeditated as fuck, right?
It was pretty premeditated.
He was emailing. He attended to plan the. He planned on attending the event. Like, this is pretty cold. Like, straight up. Like, yep, premeditated murder. Let's go. Even though, again, I thought he was innocent. I thought our boy was innocent this whole time. You know. And what got him? Like, he went to a McDonald's ultimately, right? Like, he ordered something and then he smiled at one of the waitresses, and like that's what he took his face mask off to like smile at the counter lady. Like, holy shit, man. Luigi. Let me get that picture. Come on, man. No, they're giving me Happy Meal.
Yeah, and then the McDonald's worker, they say that it was like a McDonald's worker that turned him in. But yeah, there we go.
So that was him. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You know better than that.
He just couldn't resist trying to mog.
This picture, this is the one that fucked everyone up. People were talking about this guy at first.
Yeah, that doesn't look like him.
But we don't know if that's him. Like, did that end up being him?
That picture was flying around.
Yeah.
This guy. This guy. Yeah, that's not him. That's not Luigi. Is that Luigi? That's not Luigi. I mean, it could be from like
this
a
is the day of. And then the other one where he's eating.
Yeah, that's not
the
him.
day after. So maybe
Yeah,
he changed.
Is that Luigi though? Come on, man. Our boys, they framed our boy. Art Shares Labs. Art Share sends a $2 super chat. Thank you, Art Share, and says CEO should have had life insurance, but maybe he got declined. Oh, you see. Good point. Good point.
His afterlife insurance.
That's funny. I'm sure they got. They're good. They've stolen so much money from the American people that were denied healthcare. That's how we got paid more. That's how we got all those bonuses. The more they deny claims, the more money they make. So okay. So I mean, do you guys have any idea why he must have done this now? What kind of motivated him and pushed him to, like, it's been 20 months since this all happened.
I mean, these court cases take a while. I think this is just the natural conclusion that his legal team came up with. And I don't know if they can preempt the state charges by confessing to this, then maybe that's a risk calculation that they took and thought it was worthwhile.
Someone in chat was saying that they were hoping that there might be jury nullification, or that maybe it would, like, the case would get thrown out, or just not enough evidence to get him. But I think either they felt like that's it, that the walls were closing in on him at some point, or maybe they knew there was like some kind of piece of evidence that was going to come forth, or maybe he's just sick of dealing with it and he just wants to get it off his chest. I have no idea. You guys want to jump to Hassan Piker, Hassan Derangement?
Let's do it.
Bro, it's been crazy. It's been like 24/7. Like, I'm jealous that your Twitter algorithm is a little bit, shows you some funny stuff. Mine is just wall to wall anti Hassan Piker stuff. Well, these Democrats need to disavow Hassan Piker. Hassan Piker, he like eats children. Hassan Piker, he has a cockfighting ring in his backyard and he jerks off to it. Like, man, this guy's Satan.
Yeah, and it's both Democrats and Republicans. That's what's funny. And to me, like, Republicans, I understand that. I think to me it's a waste of time for them to just focus on Hassan Piker while people literally can't afford groceries or rent and stuff like that. I don't think that's an effective attack. But like Democrats, like CNN, like all of these middle of the road liberals being like, we can't associate with Hassan Piker. You got people like James Carville, the old guard of the Democratic Party, if Hassan Parker is in the Democratic Party, I'm gonna have to leave the Democratic Party. It's like, who? No, dude, you're like, you're almost dead.
Yeah, it's like,
Like
bro,
no one
you're
cares.
gonna leave the world,
The
mortal
world.
party in like a year from now. Chill out.
Yeah, man. Like you dead, motherfucker. No one cares, James Carville.
Like the crypt
No
keeper
one.
over here saying that Hassan's too far. It's too far
But yeah,
left.
it's gone kind of nuts. If you want, I can try to open up the some links that I had from last week that I didn't have time to talk about. Wait, oh, they didn't save? It's okay. Here, I can save them now. I have my old shit. Have you guys been following up on AOC's egg freezing?
Oh yeah,
No.
of course.
Oh, cool. Hell yeah, man. Actually, fuck yeah.
Is AOC triggering conservatives by being a woman again?
She freezing her eggs. Usher. Damn, this shit's
I did
old.
see
I
something
can't
where
edit
she
this.
like I don't know, did she like
One moment.
dump her husband or something, or her fiance?
Yeah, she's been acting weird, man. I don't know.
Yeah, her
People are
fiance.
saying she had her first sip of adrenochrome. That's what
Oh,
the
really?
streets are saying.
That's so good.
She did break up with her boyfriend of 2 years / fiance. I don't know what he is.
No, I heard it happened 2 years ago.
Yeah,
but
but
they
like
were
just
together for 10 years.
damn, why? That's a long time. It's a long time to be with someone.
Weird.
Okay, just one moment. You guys are off
Suspicious.
my cam just for 1 second as I open them links.
I swear that like Twitter's the worst website. Not only for its content, but just how it functions. I feel like it's very bad.
It is pretty bad.
It always like tries to log me out or says that I have suspicious activity on my account. It's like I'm just
What are you checking out on Twitter, James? What are you doing on there?
Bro, apparently it's just anti-Hassan stuff. I don't know. I don't know, bro. My fucking algorithm on there is cursed. Like it's awful. It's awful to experience it.
Let me share my screen. If you want to share your screen, if you have anything you want to share, let me know. For Hassan. So I think this is the Scott Jennings clip, which is making Hassan finally consider litigation. Or actually, he is doing it. So yeah, but I mean, just before we get into it. So yeah, for weeks now, it's been nonstop. Republicans, Democrats attacking Hassan Piker and trying to paint anyone who campaigns with Hassan Piker, anyone who gets a Hassan Piker endorsement is essentially like a piece of shit communist, socialist. Both Democrats and Republicans have brought back the word communist and McCarthyism, you know, accusing anybody of communism and thinking that's going to scare the kids. That's going to scare young people. Young people are afraid of communism. I think most young people don't even know what the fuck communism means. I don't think it's an effective attack. Maybe to like our grandparents.
I know it's really not.
What? A communist? Like no one gives a shit. I think being called a communist in 2026 is kind of cool. You know, it's edgy. People like edgy nowadays. It's provocative. So people like that. They're into it. But not. I don't think anyone gives a shit. And the more they talk about Hassan Piker, like they're literally. Did you guys watch that accidental like intro that Fox News, like that epic video? Like he's the new kingmaker. He's the most important man in the Democratic Party. Let me try to. So accidental. It's like someone added music to it, of course. But by trying to paint him as such a villain, they're making him out into like the most influential person in the Democratic Party. Like they're giving him so much power, so much more credibility by just fucking talking about him nonstop. And it's become, do you condemn Hamas? Do you condemn Hassan Piker? Do you condemn this Twitch streamer? What do you guys think?
I think it's hilarious. It's like Hassan Piker campaigning with someone is too far because, I don't know, 10 years ago, he said that America deserves 9/11, which is something that Republicans constantly saying. They're always saying like, oh, watch out, terrorism is going to happen in the United States now because of our actions in the Middle East. And meanwhile, Republicans are like raping children and then they're like jumping over each other to get Donald Trump's endorsement. And then they're saying that like Hassan is bad for the Democratic Party. I also find it hilarious how you had what? Zoran's race, he campaigned with Hassan. Zoran won. You had all of these other DSA candidates in New York winning. But people are just like, oh, well, it's New York. It's New York. Like, you know, the most democratic area in the country. That doesn't actually represent Democrats. That's just New York. So we can't really take Hassan. We can't take Hassan's influence at face value there. Then he's campaigning with Abdul El Sayed. Abdul wins. And they're just like, well, now he has to disavow Hassan because he barely won and he needs to get moderates. Then in like Wisconsin, what's that woman's name that was running for governor? Francesca Hong.
She lost, right?
Yeah, she was running with Hassan. She loses by like 1 percentage point, literally 3,000 votes. And people are like, well, if Hassan wasn't campaigning with her, she would have lost. So a candidate wins because a candidate wins who campaigns with Hassan. Now it's time to disavow him. A candidate loses that was campaigning with Hassan. Well, they lost because of Hassan. So basically, they're just saying that like the DSA platform is so popular, but it's just like this radical Hassan is driving people away. Like it's complete fucking bullshit.
Yeah, they can't make up their minds.
Yeah, it's the exact same stuff that people were saying with Kamala Harris, like the vote blue no matter who back in 2024. It's all of this like, oh, well, we need to worry about electability and like shut the hell up about Palestine. We need you to just plug your nose and vote for Kamala Harris anyway. All of this like electability talking is just moderates, like anti-Palestine liberals that hate seeing more leftist, more pro-Palestine people taking over this party, and they're using the talking points of electability in order to try to justify their politics remaining the primary politics in the Democratic Party, and it's not working. Like none of their arguments are salient, and at the end of the day, they see their grip slipping on the party, and they're bemoaning the fact that voters are voting for policies that they don't like. But it's just kind of embarrassing arguments from them. Like John Fetterman right now, I logged onto Twitter. The first thing in my feed is John Fetterman's tweet, and he's complaining. He's like, "Oh my God, 58% of Democrat voters like socialism and they hate capitalism. What is this party coming to? Then you're not a Democrat. You're not representing your constituents. Then shut the fuck up. Like I don't know." Go have your Israeli handler feed you macaroni and call you a good boy.
Jillian Michaels, I watched that a few days ago as well. She made a whole video going after Hassan Piker. She also even said that she's openly Islamophobic at this point.
Is that the Biggest Loser person?
She was hosting a podcast, remember, with Anna Kasparian, produced by PBD.
The one who had to use like ChatGPT to debate Sam Cedar.
I love that lady. She's horrific, but like she's also Hassan Piker's horrible. I hate the term LGBTQ. Trans people don't belong in sports. Like she has like she's literally a Republican at this point. That's the thing about these Democrats.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. She sounds like one for sure. But yeah, it's pretty crazy what's happening with Hassan. And I mean, yeah, it's the Democrats that are doing this are trying to protect their AIPAC money. They want to make sure they can keep getting huge donations in politics, etc. Just basically bribery. And anyone who challenges that position, kind of like Bernie Sanders early on in his career and everything, you know. Let's see what Scott Jennings had to say about Hassan Piker.
On top of these candidates, in their own words, their surrogates are just as bad, even worse, actually.
Surrogates.
We continue today our exploration of the radical socialist streamer Hassan Piker. Now, he's Abdul El Sayed's best friend, and he campaigns for him all the time. And African Americans out there, within the sound of my voice, need to listen up, and you must listen carefully.
Bro, it's so condescending. African Americans, I know that you're not listening, but can you just focus on this video for 2 seconds, please?
This guy's, I'm guessing, is Republican, this dude. Now I know I insult my African American community all the time, but today, please listen to me. I'm looking out for your best interest today.
Choose to keep for company. Just listen to this. Hassan Piker in Cut 8.
I don't give a what black people care about. Oh, black people care about this, black people care about that. Like, shut the up. That's not how politics works. Oh, well, Hassan, how dare you? Like it or not, black people care about this issue. It's like, it's such a stupid stance. Any other black folk want to engage in radical activist language in this chat? Suck my yes, dude. It's because
I mean, look, these are bad clips. Like, yeah, of course. Okay, it seems bad. The dude's fucking streaming 9 hours a day, seven days a week, arguing with his fucking chat. They're getting on his nerves. He loses his shit sometimes and says some
I mean, he's
it's
literally
fine.
reading chats too. In these clips, and they're clipping it to make it seem like he's the one saying it.
Yeah. And like he's not just saying this out of nowhere. Like, okay, someone got on his nerve, they're like arguing with him. It's like it's a different dynamic. Like streaming is not like, it's fucking streaming, dude. It's a stream of consciousness a lot of the time.
I'm racist. That's why. It's because I'm racist, dude. Go back to a better time when lynchings were happening. This is what I like as a black man. Are you always doing too much with black people? Leave them alone. I want to go back to lynching. Like, I get it, but relax. Man, shut the up, okay?
Yeah, he's reading chats a lot of the time.
You got me, okay? You got me, because I'm a racist person.
Like, I fucking love it. Like, is that are we supposed to take this seriously?
Yeah, I'm a racist person. They just clipped that. Yeah, dude, that's like horrible. That's so funny. I can't believe they actually clipped that.
Like, who is the audience here, right? Is the audience the people that, I guess...
Boomers, man.
Yeah.
Like 80-year-olds.
It's boomers that are watching Scott Jennings, who would have voted for Abdul El-Sayed, but they had Scott Jennings on their TV, and then they saw that Hassan said I'm racist, and now they're not going to vote for him.
Like people who don't even like Hassan will watch this clip and be like, listen, man, like, okay, I fuck the guy, but like, when he says I'm racist at the end, he's literally being like, you can hear the sarcasm in his voice. But this is working with people, and I think that's why CNN, and I talked about this is why CNN, I think, and because they know their audience is all boomers at this point, so their audience doesn't understand Twitch, they don't understand live streaming, so to them they can paint Hassan any way they want, and there's no one really to challenge them on that. You know what I mean? Because like it's who's watching CNN? No young people are watching CNN. So they get to create this kind of boogeyman, this Hassan Piker, and then so the next time the CNN audience sees a campaigning event featuring Hassan Piker, they'll be like, "Oh, that means that's a bad candidate. That must be a racist, anti-Semite, anti-black candidate or something. So we can't support him. We got to support the opposition. We got to support the milquetoast Democrats." So I think that's kind of why they're all leaning. So, and even Republicans, the people that watch Fox News, they're all even older than the people that watch CNN. So they're just leaning into the fact that these people don't know who he is, so they can create this like scary boogeyman that can unite all these moderates together. And but I think with it's just not going to work with young people, man. We know how streaming works. We know what Twitch is. We know what out of context clips are.
Yeah.
So
and this strategy,
I just feel
like they can do it like one time against Hassan, right? Oh, we're gonna take a streamer, we're gonna clip him out of context. Everyone's gonna be talking about him. Once this is inevitably going to blow over, because I don't think they can avoid talking about the actual policy stances, the actual issues that these candidates are running on forever.
Oh, watch him. I mean, they're literally asking all these candidates for like, the dude's running for like Senate in Michigan. Why do you ask him about Hassan Piker and Israel? What are your thoughts on Israel? It's like, motherfucker, what am I gonna do to like affect change in Israel right now? Like, I'm here to fucking close potholes in fucking Michigan and like, like get some lower taxes or whatever. They're like, what do you think about Israel? Like, of course he needs to be anti-Israel. That's important. But like, they're literally asking people, they're asking these guys on things that don't really matter. Ultimately, for the people of Michigan, for the day-to-day lives, Israel is very important, and not funding Israel and divesting from Israel, absolutely. But it's like people want lower eggs costs. They want to pay less for gas. They want to they want more affordable schools or private schools, whatever the fuck. It's just crazy. Also, Jillian Michaels in her video was like, Hassan Piker celebrated and said that the women that got raped by Hamas on October the 7th deserved it. She should get her ass sued
Yeah,
too.
that's insane.
Yeah, he did not do that.
He said that they deserve to get. All he said was like, it doesn't change the calculus for me. He said, even if there were rapes on October the 7th, I still don't think Israel should be committing a fucking genocide, is what he's saying.
Which is the most defensible statement ever. And people
Yeah,
are
of
like
course.
freaking out about it.
You said they deserve to get raped? Like, where the fuck did you hear that, you fucking psychos?
Yeah, these people are psychos. But I
Insane.
really do think it just shows how little the Republicans have on Abdul El-Sayed and just against Democrats in general. It's like their card is you're brown and you campaign with like I don't know, another brown guy that's like a streamer. Like
Laura
and all of this anti-Hassan stuff is rooted in Islamophobia too. They always play clips
Exactly.
where he's like anti-America, he's anti-Israel. Those are the main two clips that he plays. Or they like they'll really try to amp up any kind of perceived sexism that they have. They have like the animal abuse, which is also an Islamophobic stereotype or trope of people being like, oh yeah, they don't respect animals outside of America.
They don't let a dog in their house.
The women abuse, they try to say that he like has visited a brothel or something, or they'll they'll like use quotes that he said, oh yeah, like in Turkey I was obsessed with American women, and I don't know, like they really do amp up this like anti-white Islamophobic sentiment, and they try to paint Hassan as essentially a terrorist.
It's fucked up. I'm trying to find Jillian Michaels Hassan Piker vid. Did she delete that shit? WBA under fire. Did she delete it? Dude, she might have deleted it because she's literally calling the guy. She said he celebrate. Like, dude, again, if I were Hassan Piker, like to me, that's. Let's finish this video first.
All the time for Abdul El-Sayed in Michigan. He campaigns for other Democrats around the country. Every black voter in this country needs to listen to this. And if you look at these Democratic primaries, black voters have been voting against the socialists, only to be overruled in many cases by young, privileged white commies. Might these black voters find a home in the Republican Party this fall? Well, if Democratic campaigns are adopting the Piker plan of returning our country to lynchings, that just might happen. Did you ever notice, by the way,
return our country to lynchings?
Black voters find a home in the Republican Party this fall? Well, if Democratic campaigns are adopting the Piker plan of returning our country to lynchings, that just might happen. Did you ever notice, by the way, how violent these people are?
We're returning our country to lynchings.
You have Jewish Americans say they're feeling constantly threatened by El-Sayed supporters. Now El-Sayed's best friend is out there calling for black voters to be lynched. Beneath all the smiles and dancing videos, there's nothing but hate and violence in the heart of these communists.
That's fucking insane, dude.
It's so funny because like you can tell that he doesn't believe a single word that he's saying. He's like looking off to the side of the camera like, okay, like are we
Did I say it
almost
right?
done? I'm almost through this bullshit that I'm spewing out of my mouth. But yeah, I think that it is good for Hassan to sue this guy, because not that you know, the Republicans that CNN has on or the guys on Fox News are gonna change people's minds with this anti-Hassan slander that they're doing. But Hassan made a point that I saw him make earlier this week that I actually believe, and I think the point is like to do stochastic terrorism with this. Like Hassan is not he's not like an elite public figure. He doesn't walk around with security. He doesn't live in a bunker. He does public appearances all the time with just a camera person. He is a vulnerable person. He is a vulnerable target. And there's enough crazy people that watch Fox News that are going to be radicalized by this like Islamic jihadist that hates America, wants to rape women, abuses dogs,
celebrates 9/11.
Yeah, they're gonna
like
like
all
take
this
matters
shit
into their own hands. And if Hassan gets killed by a right winger, that's a victory for the right wing. Let's be honest
He's
about that.
he's 100% at risk, I think, of
Yeah.
something like this
So
happening. That most definitely, dude, 100%. And it's not just on mainstream media; it's people online like Destiny and Ethan Klein
yeah,
and all these fucking weirdos online. So he's being attacked on the internet by people that are chronically online. He's now being attacked by mainstream media and like in the actual world of politics, and like they're trying to isolate him there as well. It's 100% someone like him is at risk. And yeah, he goes out, he protests, he's out in public, he's out and about, he goes to speaking events. He it's
yeah. So
it's
like
fucked up.
any amount of action that Hassan can do to get these people to stop, I don't know, describing him as a terrorist that's everything wrong with America. Like they're not even doing ads against Abdul. They're just like Hassan is evil and he wants America to collapse. And it's like what is the purpose of this? You're not actually trying to change anything with with this specific election. What they're trying to do is silence any kind of dissent through essentially violent means. I mean, we know that Republicans are insanely violent, um, and are itching to do any kind of military action. I mean, just look at ICE. That's a perfect example of that.
I know. No, it's fucked up. And they see the tide turning. They know that Hassan has a lot of influence amongst young people. So it's a he's challenging the status quo. He's challenging their current way of life, and they just want to try to stop him and discredit him, however, whichever way they can. And I think eventually it's obviously I hope I'm wrong, but like yeah, it might end up getting the guy physically harmed, which is why I think it's important that he's finally taking steps and like suing someone. So here he is talking about considering litigation against Scott Jennings. At this point, I think it's official. He's doing it for sure.
For that, when you think about this kind of thing, remember that there is a network of money and moneyed interest coming directly from the Israeli government to conduct this kind of narrative peddling. Happy to help form a litigation team for you to go after these clowns. I mean, I'll look at what options are available to me. Because yeah, this is completely out of control. I mean, it's such an unbelievable attempt to slander, to smear. I don't know if there is I don't know if this is correct or not. I mean, I don't know if there's an opportunity here. Not this is correct or not. I don't know if there's a opportunity here to pursue litigation. Probably.
Just quickly want to. This is Jillian Michaels. Here she is watching a video about someone admitting that they're Islamophobic, and just look how happy it makes her. I was just kind of shocked about the whole thing. I thought she was going to defend Muslims during this clip, by the way. This was right after a sponsorship.
This woman has gone viral for her openly expressing her concerns with this.
Constantly comment on my post saying, "You're so Islamophobic." Yes, I am, because this scares me. This actually terrifies me. This was Iran in the 1970s before Islam took over. This is Iran now. Want to do another one? This was Afghanistan before Islam took over. This is Afghanistan now. Lebanon. Then
Don't talk about Lebanon. Lebanon still looks like this motherfucker. There's more Muslims than there were in the past, but you can still go to Lebanon. There's places that look just like this. Shut the fuck up, lady. Okay, we can keep going.
now. Europe. Then now.
And just look at Jillian Michaels' face as this lady talks.
Michigan. Then now. Yes. This
Why is she
actually
crying?
does terrify.
She's about to, right? She's about to cry. At first, I thought she was gonna be like, "What? Don't listen to what this lady's saying. She's being incredibly racist or whatever, fear mongering." But this is what like Democrats think now, like liberal Zionists, middle of the road Democrats. They think that there's a Muslim takeover with Zohran Mamdani winning in New York, with Abdul El-Sayed winning, and then they hear Hassan Piker, the guy who said 9/11 was good. They're like, "Oh, what is happening to America?" And now we're celebrating jihadists and Hamas openly in the street. People are calling for the Intifada.
And if it doesn't terrify you and you want to be so accepting, one day you're going to end up in a frickin' hijab covered from head to toe because you just had to be tolerant. You had to be accepting. I'm sorry. I absolutely refuse to be accepting of this. For all those of you who claim to be so passionate about women's rights and feminism, how the hell is this feminist? How the hell is this good for women? This is pure evil. Why are there little children who are covered in burqas? Why? Because it's supposed to be, right, so the men don't get tempted. Pedophiles, perverts. That's what these men are if they're getting tempted by little children. And you know they're pedophiles and perverts because they're allowed in their religion to marry girls as young as 9 years old. So yeah, call me Islamophobic. I am. This terrifies me.
What's so crazy is all the people that claim to be tolerant of this are not tolerant at all. You don't tolerate any opinions that are divergent from yours. The freaking left is the least tolerant party. How tolerant are they of
I love
Jews?
this.
Huh? How tolerant? Not quite so freaking tolerant. How tolerant are they of Republicans?
Again, just
Or
because
dare I say,
leftists don't like Israel, how tolerant are you of Jews, huh?
MAGA Republicans. Probably the least freaking tolerant. And of course, there is the exceptional irony of pretending to be about equality when Islamism, is that how I'm supposed to say it, guys? Political.
Islam is, she doesn't even know how to say Islam. What do you call it? Islamism? What is it called, guys? And then
What
she does a
happened to
little laugh
ChatGPT?
afterwards. Yeah, he's taking a break. Claude's on break.
Islam, a crazy faction of this religion. Tell me whatever percent you want me to say. 10%, 14%, still a hell of a lot of people are for the things this woman is talking about. And I don't know how many people need to say that while there are billions of good Muslims, they're not stopping this. They're not helping. That doesn't prevent us from calling out the radicals within the religion, just like we call out the radicals.
As far as I remember, it's the Christian nation of America that is out there bombing every single fucking country on earth. It is the Jewish nation of Israel that is out there bombing every single Middle Eastern country out there. So it's, in fact, the Christians that are the most violent out there, that are the ones starting all the wars, and funding all of the wars.
And I'm sure Jillian Michaels has countless videos documenting the pedophilia that goes on inside of American Christian churches, and also all of the pedophiles that Israel seems
The White House.
to love defending. Oh, well, I mean,
Yeah.
that goes without saying. But
And
yeah,
the
what
pedophiles,
is
the
Jillian
president,
Michaels gonna
pedophile.
say here? She's going to say that we can call out the Islamic pedophiles just as we call out. Is she going to say the Christian pedophiles? I'm sure she has
No.
a lot of content calling that out.
She just wants you to call out the Muslim ones, essentially, and just Muslims in general.
And our own race, and our own gender, and our own orientation. This is radical, and she's
Wait,
right.
can
It's
you rewind
scary.
it 10 seconds?
Kind of
Yeah.
just like we call out the radicals and our own race and our own gender and our own orientation. This is radical, and she's right. It's scary. And what's kind of crazy is I almost wonder if we should embrace Islamophobia at this point, because yeah,
Oh, I wonder. Yeah, not like you haven't done that
What?
before.
Should we just embrace Islamophobia? I don't know. Why not? Sounds like a good idea. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, if
She's
you
like
listen
open.
to her own words, what she's saying doesn't make sense, because she's saying that like according to her, let's go off of her own stats. 10% of Muslims are extremist, right? So
Mhm.
talk about the extremism. Like the video, that TikTok video that she played, the woman just shows a bunch of like Muslim women and that is like, this is why I'm scared of it. Then 3 minutes later, she puts on a single law that a single country passed that like legalizes child marriages, and she's like, that's bad. Okay, but you spent the entirety of that video just showing Muslim people and being like, I'm scared of them. And now Jillian Robertson's like, all right, probably most of them are good people, but 10% are going to be radicals, which is crazy, by the way. And
So fuck that whole
she's like, but we
religion.
should just be Islamophobic. Okay, so then why did you give you this whole spiel of you trying to present yourself as a reasonable person, talking about the stats, talking about the specific laws that radical religious fundamentalists pass, which all religious fundamentalists are the same, by the way. They're all pretty shitty people.
Can you imagine us sitting here talking about, shouldn't we, let's just embrace anti-Semitism. Let's just embrace anti-Christian sentiment. Why not? What's so wrong with that? Like, imagine talking about, talking about any other religion.
Crazy, right? 5% of Jews are Jewish supremacists inside of Israel. So I don't know. Maybe we should just embrace it. Like, insane.
Can you imagine? But you can only say that about Islam. You can only say that about Muslims and Arabs and get away with it. Any other religion, people would rightfully call you like, that's kind of fucked up. You can't say that. And the fear that, like, you're afraid that this is going to happen in, like, New York. You really think this is that Sharia is coming to America? Like, is that really your fear?
It's also
so like what's
they're showing pictures of Muslim people dressed in like clothing that's part of their culture. It's not, enforcing it on other people. I also love the idea that maybe we should start to embrace Islamophobia. Like
maybe we should start
doing that for decades.
Maybe we should start embracing Islamophobia. It's the way forward for our party. I just don't know what party. She had a whole segment about Hassan Piker calling out radicals, and then Hassan Piker exposed where she says that he celebrated.
Oh, is this the video where she says that?
It's that same video. Like he said the women that got raped on October the 7th deserved it.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. Here's I got
Literally
another
one
clip.
step away of saying like Hassan Piker would be raping the women too.
Dude, she got. If you guys ever want like a fun time to stream on your channel, like just go look at all of her videos. She's literally doing the right wing grift. So, Fauci, she's on the anti-Fauci train. Obviously, the Islam scare tactics. Sharia in America. Look at this whole clip. Are we getting Sharia in America? The WNBA stuff.
Well, at least she's not getting very many views.
Is she designing her own thumbnails? These look.
I don't know, man. Yeah,
she's like
they
crying
look
in every single thumbnail.
She's doing the face palms. We got again more Fauci stuff. Fauci destroyed. Who's behind this? Look at that, the Muslim takeover of Spain. Look at
Spain. Yeah.
Look at how she has Mamdani looking.
Band.
Yeah, angry Mamdani. Scary looking Mamdani. Wait, does she agree with Asmongold? I'm sure she does, right? Like, why shouldn't you be able to kill them? These Muslims are coming to your country to change the genetic makeup of your country.
Yeah.
Where's that? I can't
It's
even
all
see
great
it.
replacement theory.
Okay, we're not going to spend too much time on her. But yeah, she's just insane. We got, here is a video of David Crowley talking about not wanting to be involved with Hassan Piker.
She raised money with Hassan Piker, the controversial streamer. Would you ever consider doing the same between now and November to win over that base of the Democratic vote?
Look, I think that we have to reach voters where they are, and wherever we have to do that. But I have my ways of doing that. I don't want to lend credibility to platforms, if you will, that I believe further divides us as a community, further divides Democrats, or further divides this country. But I do know that we have to focus on bringing everybody under this tent. And so I'm always willing to have those tough conversations. But we also have to utilize not just myself, but...
He does want to give credibility to Hassan Piker by going on his show, his platform.
He just said like 5 different contradictory things in a row. He's like,
we got to talk to everybody
where they are, but I don't want to platform Hassan Piker. I want to reach like the moderate voters. And I think that Hassan Piker divides Democratic voters, but we need to make a big tent. Like, this is did this guy just have like Chat GPT stuck up his ass feeding him generic political gobbledygook to spew out in his interviews? This is literally my first time hearing him speak, by the way, and it's
me
like
too.
a brain dead answer.
It's consultant speak. It's just he should have been doing this while talking. He should have been doing the hand thing. Yeah. I will not go on Hassan Piker. Don't do this. Don't do that. You got to do the in between. You got to do this. People respond to this.
I will not go on Hassan Piker. What the fuck
I will not go on Hassan Piker.
Look, I literally have not heard anything about David Crowley. Except like he likes data centers, right? Maybe he can be a good politician while liking data centers. But he opens his mouth and he spews this bullshit. Very, very bad first impression.
There are many community members, there are many voters, there are many supporters that we can empower to bring people up to be a part of this big tent we call the Democratic Party.
All right, dude, I think we're good. Like, he's not saying anything of substance.
Horrible. So no to
that
Hassan
actually
Piker.
triggered me. Like, I'm fine listening to someone talk if they're consistent, but if you're literally saying a different thing sentence to sentence, what is the purpose of listening to you? Like you're not internally consistent with your own words that you're speaking. So how can I have a conversation like about that person or with that person?
He's useless. This is I don't know who La Rosa is, by the way, but this guy's a Democrat.
I want the Democrats to win. I think they're going to win the Senate. I think they're going to win the House. I want Chuck Schumer and Brian Schatz to be the next majority leaders. I want to do it without Al-Sayed. And
yeah, this is the line now.
This is what our
We don't need Al-Sayed.
This is the line. Like it's crazy. It's crazy to me how coordinated these media campaigns have been. And okay, so maybe you can talk about this, but I don't know whether it's just these people are on mailing lists, or if they're actually getting paid. But the same clips of Hassan are being reacted to over and over again. The talking points are being blasted throughout all of the internet, all different websites, all different like content creators, and on the institutionalized media. And it's like the anti-Hassan stuff, the now it's anti-El Sayed stuff. It's crazy. It's the same talking points being disseminated through every different type of media.
Yeah. I mean, it's important to remember that like the government has access. The internet is a government thing.
Yeah, true.
You know, and people are always talking about like the feds funding certain people, but I think it's a lot more simple than that. And, you know, the feds don't need to pay people for propaganda. They just have to boost in the algorithm certain talking points. And they don't really have to have much control over the, you know, what people are saying as long as they boost it, and then people just get a, you know, reward from that,
like
and
a
they
positive feedback
continue
loop.
spewing these things.
Because I see like TikTok accounts with like 200 followers reposting Scott Jennings's bullshit, and then it's showing up on my Twitter feed like these people are some kind of established person, and I'm like, is this person on a mailing list? Are they getting paid, or are they just identifying this wave and trying to ride this wave of anti-Hassan Piker stuff, and they're just
Yeah.
shameless grifters? I guess
Well,
at the end of the day,
now,
there's not a meaningful distinction there, but it's still interesting thinking about the mechanisms of how these talking points are disseminated throughout the internet.
yeah. And it's also, I'm pretty sure there was some sort of report now that like over 50% of profiles online are some sort of bot. So
dead
there are a
internet
lot more
theory,
bots than we realize.
Yeah.
Just
No,
posting random shit.
I could kind of tell in like Twitter replies, honestly, now. Like it's kind of nuts. You could just tell like this is no real person would say this. Like
Yeah.
it sounds, you'd think it sounds like what a real person, something a person would say, but like it's not. But I mean, again, to me, it's just insane that like this is such a losing strategy. Like the pain and the suffering and the difficulty of making it day to day right now in America and in the rest of the world with the recession happening, inflation. Like no one wants to hear you complaining about a Twitch streamer all day. Talk about the issues. This is not going to help you. The attacking Hassan thing is desperate. It's pathetic.
Yeah, it feels like the last gasp of a dying class of people that have gotten away for so long without actually addressing any of the issues that their constituents care about. And this is like their last attempt to focus on something that is not the actual policies of these progressive candidates. It's like, we need to talk about Hassan Piker. We need to make this the focus of our media. And this is going to be like the crux of it, because we can't talk about Medicare for all. We can't talk about Israel funding. We can't talk about like ICE terrorizing people because our constituents are fed up with it.
And they might be able to scare away a couple of candidates from like doing an interview with Hassan or wanting to campaign with Hassan, like this dude David Crowley or whatever.
Yeah, but
like, most others are going to look if you're smart and you look at the numbers, like, okay, 10 out of the 11 people that ran that campaign with Hassan Piker ended up winning their elections.
Yeah,
the data is on my side. The data is telling me to go on the guy's stream to campaign with the guy. So it doesn't matter what some fucking 67-year-old says on Fox News or on CNN. The data shows that collaborating with Hassan Piker, tapping into his massive audience of engaged of politically engaged individuals is going to lead to results at the polls. So they're going to say, fuck Jake Tapper and what he
True.
fucking thinks. We're going to fucking work with Hassan, and we're going to hopefully get some results in an election. That's what matters. So this is a desperate final. So Hassan he's going to maybe get fewer bookings for a year or two at campuses, at colleges. He's going to get some cancellations. He's not going to be able to get every single candidate to come on a show for an interview, but I think it's going to be short-lived. And the fact that he has now become but his whole job, his whole stream has been to become a replacement to mainstream media, because you can't trust mainstream media. So now mainstream media is going on the all-out attack against who they see as a threat. He's a threat to their way of life. He's a threat to their authority as the arbiters of news, as the sharers of news, the news communicators. They used to be the source of knowledge for a lot of people. They used to be, where people get their news. So now this dude that's been kind of changing that up and doing it on Twitch, he finally got to a point of influence where they can't deny him, they can't ignore him anymore. But he's a threat to their existence. He's a threat to their credibility. He's constantly online saying how you shouldn't listen or trust the mainstream media. So of course they're going to attack him. And this should go, again, like he always says, judge me by my enemies. This should be another feather in his cap. Like, dude, now you got CNN, Fox News, every single mainstream media going after you. You're doing something right. They wouldn't go after you, these evil fuckers, these corrupt fucks who are the mouthpieces of governments and corporations and lobbies. They're only going to go after you if you're actually doing something right. So hopefully, I hope he can step away from it and look at it that way, because right now, there's a clip of him talking about feeling lonely and stuff like that, which let's watch right after this. Let me
defending it and then defending, and Hassan Piker is just not the leader of my party. And it's okay for Democrats to say that. My old boss, Chris Matthews, was on TV this morning saying Democrats just need to do the hard part for politicians, which is sometimes standing up to your friends.
Standing up to your friends. Yeah,
You
he's
need to have
such
a
an
spine.
underdog. He's such a brave boy. I'm standing up against the mob.
This was the Wall Street Journal. With 3.1 million Twitch followers and millions more on X, Instagram, and YouTube, Hassan Piker has become a stand-in for the existential threat facing the Democratic establishment. Yeah, he's the representation that they didn't do enough. They never went left enough. Instead of going left of the Republicans, they kept meeting them in the center. And now they're at a point where they're practically indistinguishable from Republicans, except for simple things like the small things like gay rights, and they're less racist towards Latinos or immigrants. But ultimately, when it comes to foreign policy, when it comes to war, even when it comes to domestic policy, ICE was around. Didn't Obama create ICE or whatever? It's not
Yeah.
Here's a clip of Hassan talking about feeling lonely.
I think one of the worst aspects of this is how lonely it is here. I'll be honest. I have my community. I have this movement broadly, but everyone is obviously busy with their own thing. But it does suck that there are very few candidates, politicians. They love what we have to bring to the table. They love the fundraisers. They love the rallies. But it does kind of suck at times. And same with media. Media loves giving me coverage, but there's no pushback against this shit until it's going to be far too late. I think one of the worst aspects of this is how lonely it is.
Which is until it's gonna be far too late. He's talking as if once he's killed, there's not gonna be any pushback until I'm fucking killed. But yeah, I mean, obviously we hope not. That would be horrendous.
Yeah.
But
I think this is just going to keep getting. It's just going to escalate where. I don't know. I feel like Hassan has always kind of had a good relationship with the progressive left, and streaming with AOC all those years ago, doing Among Us or whatever. But I think this does represent some sort of shift between establishment progressivism and something beyond that I think Hassan still represents. And he's still sort of a figurehead of, but he's getting swept up into into like the political game of it all.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's going to reach a time where the Democratic Party won't even like let or allow people in that have any sort of good feelings towards Hassan,
Mm-hmm.
because we're already seeing like Francesca Hong in Wisconsin, who Hassan was pushing for. We saw like AOC and Bernie refuse to endorse her for certain
Endorse, yeah.
reasons.
Right.
So and there's still like Hassan is still attached to this like rogue left that's not attached to the establishment progressives like
Mhm.
AOC and Bernie. And I feel like that divide is going to be um just expanded over time.
Mm.
If not like during this midterm cycle, but like by the next presidential election. I think there's going to be a much greater distinction between
I think that makes sense.
Democrats and like Hassan
And
people. There's going to keep
as like
stretching.
Bernie and AOC potentially get more power with more progressives getting elected into the Congress, you can see a scenario where they make certain concessions to like more of the moderates, and they're like, okay, well, you'll work with us on this, but we'll like abandon some, I don't know, working more closely with Hassan Piker and stuff. I think that's a good observation. Where like the more power that the progressive wing of the Democratic Party gets, the less willing they are to work with anti-establishment figures.
Yeah, for sure. Because Hassan, he has a lot of illiberal views that he has sort of been um keeping out of the spotlight during these campaigns that he's a part
Mhm.
of. Like he is very passionate about China, which the
Mhm.
Democratic
Yeah.
Party is
Everyone's using
obviously
that.
not.
Yeah, everyone's like using the China stuff
Yeah.
against him, and
And he's
he dresses
passionate
like
about
Mao. And
the USSR, and he is even skeptical of NATO, and he has these illiberal beliefs that I believe he personally like strongly believes with conviction.
Mhm.
And he keeps it hidden as much as he can during these campaigns, but
Yeah.
it's an intrinsic part of who he is, so it's not gonna, it's a contradiction that has to be worked out in some way.
do you guys think it's time for a third party, or like,
I think it's
According to
gonna
John
or
happen.
has it?
Fetterman, it is.
I think it kind of is. I don't like, but like with El Sayed winning and with Zohran Mamdani winning, is it a sign that like, okay, no more progressives are going to win, and eventually, give it 6 years, give it 8 years, the progressive wing of the Democratic Party will take over? Or like there's no way you can change things from the inside? Like that's what they're trying to do. Like, we're going to change things from the inside. It's easier to do it within the system, or just we need a brand new party. Because to me, I listen to people like John Fetterman, like Bill Maher, like Jillian Michaels, like the Young Turks. Like I'm like, how are we in the same party? Like, are we really in the same party? Like,
Yeah.
what is going on here? Like, there's some commonalities, there's some points in common. Okay, Israel sometimes, but like everything else, I'm like,
Yeah. Well,
it's time, dude.
I think a lot of people see the DSA as sort of like the third biggest thing
Mm-hmm.
outside of the two parties. Obviously there's the Libertarian Party, which gets the most votes.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always held the belief, or not always, but recently I've kind of seen that like as DSA grows, they're not trying to distance themselves at all from the Democratic Party. They're trying to revive it.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Yeah.
feel like there's an energy beyond that, like what we were seeing with the people in the military that are, that graffiti on the ship. Like those people are
Mm-hmm.
clearly not DSA fans, if I had to guess, but they're anti-Israel. They understand that they're fighting for this Epstein regime. So I feel like there's something beyond DSA that people are craving, but they're not going to realize that they have like this unified anti-Israel, anti-Epstein regime belief until DSA sort of grows into this mass movement But because of its contradictions with the Democratic Party, it will fail, I think, inevitably. And that's when some sort of real third party will likely come to the scene. At least that's what I think.
I think it's time. Miles Murphy in chat is saying, forget third parties. It's time for a revolution, which I also think it is more than time for. Let me just make sure if there's anything more on the Hassan topic that we got to talk about. I do kind of have to go offline in a bit because it is 1:30 here.
Yeah, we've been
1:30
talking for about 2 hours.
But I kind of wanted to talk about. We could talk about this next time. Olivia has made her grand return to the H3 podcast. Maybe next week. David Pacman is supposed to go on the H3 podcast.
Yeah, we need to watch that. He was supposed to go on this week, I thought.
He was supposed to go on last week, exactly. So that didn't happen. So I would love to watch that with you guys. That would be such a fun watch because they're going to be talking about Hassan Piker. They're going to be sitting there complaining about Hassan Piker, and that's the only reason Ethan would have reached out to David Pacman is because he criticized Hassan Piker. Any enemy of Hassan Piker is a friend of the H3 podcast. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter how fucked up that person is or fuck their audience is. So we got the David Pacman H3 podcast alliance. So we can certainly watch that and react to it together. We could talk about Olivia coming back to the show. There's nothing to.
Do either of you guys know if Ethan's talked about Hassan suing Scott Jennings yet?
No idea.
I haven't seen anything. So
yeah, I think it would have popped up on Twitter if he had. I haven't seen it, so I don't think so. But it would be interesting to see what he has to say about it for sure. Because well, you see now Hassan Piker suing people, so now it justifies me suing, but whatever. But like in this case, it's actual fucking defamation. So, but yeah, but no, nice catching up. Guys, we'll do this again.
We got to
as
do
soon
a
as we can.
Three-person Slay the Spire game next time too.
Yeah. So, Comrade Casey, have you downloaded Slay the Spire 2?
No, I've not.
All right, it's time. I bought it. James and I played 2 weeks ago. That game's actually fun, and he's telling me it's even more fun with 3 players. So
3 players is good.
Okay.
When I got it, it was like I think on discount it was like $11 on Steam, so it's not too bad. Slay the Spire 2.
I'm interested.
Join us for an adventure. I think it would be a fun little stream.
If I join you guys, we have to do a round of Fortnite to pay for it.
I'm down to do a round of Fortnite.
Holy shit! Yeah.
My sister's been telling me to do it. It's like you got to do Fortnite. She's like showing me all her skins and stuff. I'm like,
can I play Fortnite on Steam or have to make a separate account for Fortnite on PC?
On PlayStation.
You have to. It's run through some desktop thing. I forget what it's called.
But I can play on PC, right?
Yeah. It's PC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Through the Epic Games launcher, you have to play through. I don't think it's on Steam because it's a free game.
What's your favorite skin, Casey? What's your favorite Fortnite collab?
Oh, I just got the Spider-Man brand new day skin. I mean, come on.
Oh, damn, you're up to date. I played Fortnite like years ago. I don't play a lot of any Fortnite.
Okay, it was the
barely.
first skin I ever purchased.
Oh, you
but
paid
they
for
got
what?
Me,
Was it a good
it said
one?
limited edition or whatever. I had to get it.
You just pulled the trigger on it.
But you could keep using them because they're so. Or do you lose access to it once the promotion ends or something?
No.
Yeah, it would have been taken off the shop. There's only so many skins on the shop at any given point. So if you have an old skin, it's like a badge of honor.
They need to start doing political figures as skins.
True. I need the Stalin skin. But I didn't spend my own money. It was a gift card from my girlfriend. So
no judgment. You could spend your money on digital microtransactions in video games. We're not going to judge you.
Well,
the game is free, so
my
you
Elden Ring skin is JD Vance. So if they ever had that at Fortnite, that's what I'd go with.
That'd be good.
Meme JD Vance, like the with the curly hair and the AI JD Vance. That would be pretty funny.
The Confessor.
Fortnite is also Chinese, so pretty based. And it's not gory, it's not bloody, because I think that's banned in China. Gory video games.
Yeah, it's cute.
So it's family fun.
Game. All right, Fortnite and then Slay the Spire. We got our
then I'll show you guys
while we listen to a debate or something.
I'll show you guys my clone army next time as well. My Lego clone army is growing pretty
is
significantly.
It growing? Are you feeding them fucking? What are you feeding them? Like, what are you feeding them? 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 What are you feeding burger slop, rotten
Spam.
meat. Yeah.
Rotten spam meat.
Like, I
and
wonder what the clones ate, like what their lunch trays were like in on the Death Star.
hey, they were fed well, man. Those clones, there's millions of them, dude. You know, Boba Fett's got a big appetite. Jango Fett. But
You
I got
can't
some
be
clones.
dissing spam in front of us, by the way. That's a national pastime of Minnesota.
Spam?
I just
That's
had
our
a good
thing.
spam wrap actually. It's like a Hawaiian.
Yeah.
I got it at a Hawaiian restaurant.
Gotta
I've
get a
never
spam
tried
burger.
We have just called like processed meat, and it's like this brand called
Yeah.
Swan. It tastes like hot dog. I never dared. I don't eat that stuff. It's just like hot dog meat.
I think it's just pork. It's processed ham.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
great.
also like meatloaf. To be fair, my
Meatloaf-
mom
meatloaf
makes a
is
pretty
good.
good meatloaf.
I don't even know what is meatloaf again.
It's just ground beef
It's whatever you
and a
want it
loaf.
to be. That's the beauty of it.
in the shape of a loaf, or like ground
Yeah.
beef with bread
You
mixed.
bake it
and
in a bread pan,
Yeah.
and you mix it with like carrots and onions, and then you put a big layer of ketchup on top,
Yeah,
almost
ketchup,
like
barbecue
icing of a
sauce.
cake.
It's like
Okay.
a loaf of bread, but meat.
It's actually really good.
So I thought it was-
Midwesterners have some creative ideas for food.
I thought it was a mix of bread, of like dough and beef, and it came out as like a meatloaf.
You might put a little bit of breadcrumbs in it, I think.
Because then people put breadcrumbs in burger patties sometimes. That's weird.
I've never
yeah.
heard of that.
Yeah, Americans, yeah.
Maybe in
there's
Lebanon.
breadcrumbs and burger patties, yeah. No, my dad learned that from like some American chef or something, for like the bigger patties or whatever. I don't know, man. It keeps it from like breaking
don't know.
apart, or I don't know, man. Yeah, maybe it's just here to
This is when all
save
the
money on meat.
vegetarians tune out of the stream.
Talking about burgers, hey, I think those people tuned out when we were looking at the USS George Washington and Abraham
that's
Lincoln.
When they were being proven right.
Okay, let me just see what chat is saying. There's bread and meatloaf. X Twisted Rage says, thank you for being a member, by the way. Nathan Drake says meatloaf is Depression era food.
No.
Depression era food is the best food, though.
True.
Oh, what?
Like onions, Depression era.
Twitter limited the visibility of my tweet. Come on, that shit went viral, motherfuckers.
Dude, I literally have been spending this last hour trying to log into Twitter. It's not letting me log in. I'm only logged in on my phone now. My
Yo, my
computer's X'd out of it.
Dude, I literally fucking ratioed Netanyahu. Now they're limiting my tweets reach. Look at that. That
Limit
motherfucker.
your power,
The
Anthony.
government controls the internet, Anthony. Come on.
Dude, my tweet has 22,000 likes. His tweet has 17,000 likes. I ratioed that motherfucker.
Wow,
I
you gotta like
ratioed that motherfucker, dude. And now they said visibility limited. This post may violate rules X against violent speech just because I said death to the IDF.
Oh my god.
Trying to silence me, folks. Look at this.
How dare you?
Why
Elon
is it
Musk is trying to
limited?
silence me.
If it violates their terms of service, why is the visibility limited? Wouldn't they just delete the tweet?
Yeah, right. But it's a banging tweet. They want whatever ad revenue they're getting from that shit or whatever. 446K. Like, we can't fully discourage this man. We need him and his hot takes back on the platform.
Exactly.
So they want to keep me happy. Like, listen, you did good with that tweet, but you did break some rules. So we're gonna keep it up. But no more of those. Next time we'll take serious
You're
action.
the Asmongold of Twitter, but for the left side.
I'm glad. If you know that makes me happy.
Yeah, we didn't
boys,
even
it was
talk about Asmongold at all. Maybe next time.
I talked about it on my stream last week. It's fucked. Yeah, he deserves to be banned permanently. He even was like, I regret nothing. I apologize for nothing.
But that's fucking crazy.
This guy, I don't know. He deserves to be on the USS Abraham Lincoln. Is what he deserves to be on.
Well,
that's condemned.
Asmongold in a sitcom where he's like the water boy on a military base, scrubbing the toilets and stuff.
The least experienced toilet scrubber would be scrubbing their toilets. Boys, always a pleasure. Comrade Casey, congrats on the new place. Congrats on the move.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The flag looks good hanging up there.
Appreciate it. Thank you for. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Good
Great
to see
be
you,
back
James.
in the action.
James, hope you
Back
feel
into the
better.
swing of it.
I hope you feel better and that cold goes away fully. ASAP. I'll talk to you guys very soon. We'll plan the next episode ahead of time. I promise you, boys. We're gonna be good about it. We're gonna audience. We promise you, we're gonna be good about it. We're gonna be the best, and we're gonna play some Slay the Spire. Let's go. Love you, boys.
yeah.
Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the
Peace.
rest of your Sunday. I'm gonna get some sleep.
Yeah. Get some sleep.
Take care, everybody. We shall see
Alrighty.
you next time.
Peace out.
Boom. All right. Okay, guys. Well, I'm obviously not feeling that well. I've been coughing a lot. Had a messed up throat for pretty much a week now. So hopefully I start feeling better. I think I'm on the mend. And yeah, shout out to Anthony. Shout out to Comrade Casey. That was fun. I put down season 2 because we had a bit of a hiatus, but we're back now, and hopefully we can start streaming more consistently and doing some more fun stuff. I need to start streaming more consistently. Yeah, when I start feeling better, let's do it. Let's fucking hell. Let's fucking do it. All right. Peace out. I gotta head off, like drink some tea or something, but talk to everyone later. See ya. I'll actually do the outro.